following is a WGN-TV sports presentation.
Have you seen these men? They're armed and dangerous and wanted all over the country. Last year, Jordan and his gang ran out of town with a win the Utah Jazz thought they had in the bank. Now the Utah authorities have put together a pretty tough posse to round up the Jordan gang. Karl Malone makes the big deliveries, but they all get plenty of assistance from John Stockton. Tonight, it's a shootout in Salt Lake City between the Bulls and the Jazz. Next. Midwinter night outside the Delta Center in Salt Lake City, Utah. This brand new building tonight houses a meeting of divisional leaders as the Chicago Bulls take on the Utah Jazz. Hi, everybody. I'm Wayne Larrabee. Welcome to Bulls basketball on Channel 9. This road trip continues. It has been a relentless one. Following a 6-point win in Los Angeles yesterday, it's back to work at a tough place to play tonight. But you know, coaches look for consistency on the road, and Scottie Pippen, number 33 for the Bulls, has delivered big-time consistency. There you get a look at his numbers on this road trip thus far. A pleasure, as always, to welcome in Johnny Red Kerr. And John, this is a great, beautiful new building, and the Jazz love it a lot. They're 19-2 here.
It's a great building. The first time that we have seen it, of course, and I had a chance to talk to Phil Jackson. I say, how does the new building affect your play on this trip?
Well, they've almost been invincible in this building. At 17-1 last Monday, they lost to the Knicks, having a really bad fourth quarter. Close game until then. Then beat Phoenix in overtime games. So I don't know what they are. I guess they're 19-2 at this point. This team is a very good team at home anyway, and then this new building is giving them extra incentive. This new building has got seats right down on the floor. It's almost the most vertical arena I think I've seen at this size. So it's going to be a real interesting game tonight. I think we'll do all right. We had a shooter on practice here, so that helps.
How's the trip going so far for you? You on schedule?
Well, we wanted to win two of the three games down Texas. You know, secretly you try to agenda say, you know, let's get one of these two tough games with San Antonio and Houston. We didn't. We couldn't come away with a victory in either one of those two games. But you know, now we're on track. We said, you know, 500 we'd accept for a road trip. You know, 4-2 is what we really love to have, and realistically think that we should be able to do. But right now, we got to get one of these next two games to make this trip a success.
And it'll be tough here tonight in Utah, no question about that. Michael Jordan has his work cut out for him tonight. Jeff Malone of the Utah Jazz plays MJ pretty well.
Well, Michael's averaged 33 points a game in 2 games last year against the Jazz. And Karl Malone, only 16 points in 4 assists, 2 steals in the game that the Bulls beat him in Chicago.
Well, the other Malone, of course, is the mailman. He's the guy you think of first when you think Utah Jazz. And he'll be working this weekend along with John Stockton to the All-Star game.
The only guy I ever knew that went to Gonzaga College outside of Bing Crosby, and John Stockton ranks 8th in the all-time list. Karl Malone, big-time scorer, all-time scorer for the Houston. He became for the Jazz.
For the Jazz. Hey, this is a good series, and it's developed into a very tight series out here in Utah. The last couple of games these two teams have played against each other have gone right down to the wire.
Well, they showed earlier that Michael Jordan hitting his shot right at the buzzer, and 2 years ago was John Stockton took a ball out of bounds and went down and hit one to win 108-107. They're always close games. It's always a lot of fun here.
It should be a great game here tonight. Glad to have you with us. We've got the lineups and the opening tip coming up next on Channel 9.
Chicago Bulls basketball is brought to you by Miller Genuine Draft, cold filtered for real draft taste. So get out of the old, get into the cold. The people at Nike who encourage you to just do it. True Value. Got a tough job to do? You can do it with True Value hardware stores. American Airlines. We mean business in Chicago. And your local Ford dealer. Quality people, quality products.
Take a look at the starting lineups, and for the Bulls visiting here tonight, it begins with Horace Grant up front.
Horace Grant, 25 double-doubles this year. What a job for Big Horace.
And we mentioned Scottie Pippen and playing very well on this road trip, John.
Scottie Pippen should make the all-defensive team. We know he's made the Olympic team.
Bill Cartwright gets the start in the middle. May not play quite as much depending on how the matchups go in this game here tonight.
Right. Bill Cartwright tied his season high with 17 against L.A.
In the backcourt, John Paxson keeps you honest on the perimeter.
Keeps you honest, doesn't get an awful lot of shots, but when he gets them, he knocks them in.
And, of course, Michael Jordan, who had a big 14-point fourth quarter in L.A. yesterday.
Well, Michael hit that game-winning shot here against him. You know he'll have the ball a lot tonight.
And Coach Phil Jackson, in his third year, he and his staff will be busy this weekend in Orlando, the All-Star Game. And for the Utah Jazz, Karl Malone, the mailman up front.
Against the Mavericks, he had 26 points, 11 rebounds.
Blue Edwards on the other side up front.
Blue Edwards was 9 for 11 the last game. 52% leads the team in that category.
One of the outstanding shot blockers in the NBA. Mark Eaton occupies the middle and takes up everything.
Not a bad rebounder. He's the all-time leading rebounder with the Jazz, 6,455.
In the backcourt, John Stockton.
John Stockton needs 23 more assists to pass a guy to play with Chicago, Guy Rogers, 6'9", 17.
And rounding out the starting lineup for the Utah Jazz, Jeff Malone, who provides some outside scoring punch.
Not only a good outside scorer, but he's sixth on the all-time free throw percentage at 87.5.
And former Chicago Bulls standout Jerry Sloan in his fourth year here with the Utah Jazz. His overall record, he has led this team to 50-win seasons in each of his first 3 years at the helm. 55 and 54 victories. So we're just about set to go. The officials on hand for tonight's game: Jake O'Donnell, Jack Nees, and Tommy Wood. The Jazz at 30 and 17, leading the Midwest Division, and the Bulls at 39 and 7, leading the Central Division of the NBA. Bulls are 18 and 5 on the road, and as we mentioned, the Jazz 19 and 2 here at home. This is the road trip story for the Bulls. The shooting percentage down a little bit from the 51% they were at before they began this trip. Bulls being out-rebounded a little bit, especially on that Texas swing. The turnovers, Bulls forcing 12.5 a game, and the Bulls outscoring the opposition by 3 on the road on this road trip, whereas overall they outscore the opposition by almost 11 points a game. The road will alter your numbers just a bit, John Kerr.
Yes, they will. The Bulls opened with 2 of the toughest centers in the conference, and that's David Robinson and Hakeem Olajuwon. Then they went to 2 teams that really aren't big in the center, and now they come back to a guy that's a real shot blocker in Mark Eaton.
Well, there's a look at the new Delta Center. This holds better than 20,000 people. And part of the 20,000 will be in luxury suites, and it's just a gorgeous building, a state-of-the-art facility. And I know the Bulls and Blackhawks are putting their heads together and coming up with what will be a state-of-the-art facility on the west side, the new Chicago Stadium. And a lot of this will be in Chicago, a lot of the finer points of this building here. This building, John, it's amazing, put up in less than 18 months, and take a look at the home record by the Jazz. It's #1 in this conference.
Now, the Jazz do not practice in this building. They have their shoot-around, but they've won 19 out of the games and lost only 2.
So we're just about set to go. The Bulls in the traveling red uniforms. This road trip winds up on Wednesday night. The 18 and 5 mark on the road is far and away the best in the NBA. You know, this is going to be an interesting ball game for the Bulls from the standpoint, John, of the starters yesterday had to play big-time minutes. Jordan with 44 minutes, Cartwright 40, Pippen 39, Grant 37, even John Paxson played 29 minutes in that game. As I didn't see much smoke here from MJ there. Did he run out of
he threw
powder?
He threw that dust, but I think he ran out along the way. Right.
You know, the point being, in a lot of the back-to-back games, the Bulls have blown out the first half opponent and have been able to rest their starters. Yesterday, they had to go the distance. Mark Eaton on the tap with Bill Cartwright. Jack Nees with the basketball, and we're underway. Karl Malone sets it up. John Stockton, #1 of the NBA in assists, 3rd in steals. Jeff Malone having his best season shooting the basketball from the perimeter. Blue Edwards has been hot of late, off the mark on that shot, and Michael Jordan retrieves. Scottie Pippen directing traffic. Horace Grant. 10 to go on the shot clock, and Pippen is left unattended. Stockton the rebound. Stockton running the break with the penetration. Jeff Malone, he couldn't quite haul it in. His pass down to Karl Malone, double down by Jordan, and Malone throws it away. Jeff Malone makes it difficult for Michael Jordan to leave Jeff on the perimeter and double down on Karl.
Absolutely. He keeps him busy. And has, even when he was Washington. There's a nice easy play.
Horace Grant flashing through the middle for the first 2 points of the game. Good feed from Pippen.
And it's a good sign to get a layup over Mark Eaton, who was right with him.
Stockton sets up the offense for the Utah Jazz. Malone, and I believe Horace got a piece of it. Karl Malone inside.
Well, if anybody ever asked you who got the first basket in this new building for the Bulls, we will remember it was Horace.
Yeah. Back door to Pippen from Grant, misses the slam. Karl Malone the rebound. Stockton on the run, 3-on-3. Stockton down the lane, had it tipped away from behind. Horace Grant intercepts. Here come the Bulls. 2-on-2. Scottie Pippen over Mark Eaton. Pippen gets the back tapped rebound. Jordan. Michael had time to set on that 2-pointer.
Scottie thought he got hit on that slam going in.
Stockton sets it up. There's Karl Malone on the block. Cartwright that time trying to double team on him. Jeff Malone. Jordan the rebound, climbing the board. MJ with the change of direction. Jeff Malone right with him. Cartwright trying to post up down low momentarily. Horace Grant with the turnaround. Rebound Jeff Malone. Quiet start for these two teams. Almost 2.5 minutes gone by.
3-man game down low. Your picture, you see now 3 of them standing out past the line. 2-man game.
Edwards out high. Stockton.
You'll see that a lot tonight. It'll go 2-man game. There'll be guys standing out past the 3-point lane, and one of the few teams you may see the offensive isolation call against.
Yeah, they really go for the isolations on this team, don't they?
Yep.
Scottie Pippen posting up down low. Has to adjust the shot on Blue Edwards. Eaton grabs the board.
He looked for the big guy for Eaton. He wasn't there.
Stockton. Karl Malone on the offensive glass again.
Malone gets his 2 baskets off of offensive rebound.
Malone with 4. Cartwright. John Paxson. Yes. Pax with his first 2 of the night.
3.
Oh, 3. They gave him 3, yes.
Yeah.
Karl Malone and John Stockton in close. He was fouled. So Stockton will be heading to the line. John Paxson picks it up, his first and the first on the team.
Well, now Malone stays on the outside, hits the little guy as he goes underneath, and Pax fouls him. Stockton to the free throw line.
One of the best in the NBA.
Yeah. They get you in trouble if they've got Malone and Stockton shooting free throws.
This team overall shoots 76% from the free throw line. There's Scott, or I should say Stacey King into the ball game for the Bulls. Stockton makes good on a pair.
It's obvious the Bulls cannot really play offensively through Mark Eaton and Bill Cartwright at the center, so they're trying to keep him busy with a little more active player in Stacey King.
King posting up on Eaton. Tried to feed Paxson, knocked away by Stockton on the drive. John Stockton with 6 points. The Jazz leading by 3. 22nd timeout. Chicago.
Full. They decide to take a full now. Phil comes over and says, make it a full timeout.
Make it a full timeout. Bulls take their first, and we come to a break of the action with 7:56 to go. First quarter, and the Jazz on top. Sports Channel presents the Gorilla. John Paxson from the outside, his second from the field. He has 5. Utah Jazz by a point. Just under 8 minutes left to go in this first period of play. Jeff Malone with a quick turnaround. Horace Grant the rebound. Michael Jordan sets it up. Here's a look at the shooting thus far in the early going of this first period. The operative there being early going. Paxson to Horace Grant. Stacey King. Rebound tip won't go for Pippen, and Karl Malone rebounds but throws it away. It'll belong to the Bulls. Fresh shot clock with 7:09 to go in the first period. Whoa.
Watch them looking around to see where Eaton is before they make the move. They're not making reactive moves.
Horace Grant from the outside is second from the field. He has 4.
Reactive. He let Paxson cut, turn around and fire. But you'll see when they get in there, they're trying to see where is that big guy.
John Stockton around a screen by Karl Malone. Blue Edwards. At 23 on 9 of 11 shooting at Dallas on Saturday night. Jordan sets it up for the Bulls. Pippen out front on Edwards, gets the step on the drive, and Blue Edwards held him. Call it a push on Blue Edwards. Jack's knees with the call. It's a first on Edwards, first on the Jazz.
Everything cleared out now. They got the big guy looking on the side for the. You can even see Scotty blow by him, and Scotty will shoot 2. First trip to the line for the Bullies.
You know, you talk about consistency, and we mentioned it on this road trip for Scottie Pippen, averaging 21 points on the road trip. He's hit double figures in 45 of the 46 games for Coach Phil Jackson's team. That is a model of consistency. His log against the Lakers yesterday. Another busy afternoon for Scottie Pippen. Scotty bleeds in a pair. Jerry Sloan, the former Bull, head coach now. The Utah Jazz looks on. His team trails by 1. Utah sets it up. Stockton picked up by Paxson. Karl Malone gets loose at the baseline. No, but a foul.
Michael Jordan got caught in that squeeze underneath. That's a great play, and now he's talking to Horace and saying, who are we going to take here? Karl Malone goes down in the hole, and Jeff Malone set a screen on Horace, and they didn't react to it. Michael hit him on the arm. Good screen down low by Jeff Malone, doing the things to get the big guy free. The mailman. He's got 2 offensive rebounds that he's put back for scores. And
if you're wondering where he got the nickname Mailman, if you haven't heard the story, a Louisiana newspaper man coined the phrase mailman for Karl Malone because when he was in college, he basically delivered the mail in terms of basketball. Now, that team's ability to win or lose, Louisiana Tech. The mailman's also 75% free throw shooter, not bad.
In that case, they got to call Michael Jordan a fax.
Yeah, I guess he gets it done quicker, right? Stacey
Rainbow.
Nicely done.
Now see what they did. They went into Stacey, kicked it out, and Pax put it right back into him again, and he still shot over. They want to keep Eaton as busy as they can early.
Stockton sets it up for the Jazz once again. Inside of 6 minutes left to be played. First quarter. Blue Edwards to Karl Malone. Quickly to Jeff Malone. Karl Malone is there. Another offensive rebound bucket.
Got 3 hoops, and they're all off the offensive glass.
8 points for Karl Malone. MJ guarded by Jeff Malone. Scottie Pippen posting up on Blue Edwards. Double team by Eaton. Try to hit Stacey King with a pass. 7 to go on the shot clock now. King with 4 to go on the shot clock. Nice.
2 faces up. 2 times he faced up on him and has drained 2 rainmakers.
Nice touch by Stacey King. You're right.
Well, as a coach, you hope he doesn't fall in love with that shot, but you hope that it brings Eaton out and he can drive on him the next time. See that jam they caused down low, and it's either one of the 2 Malones coming off of it, and that time Jeff hit the rim, popped up over the 24-second clock, and Mike Brown now comes in.
Mike Brown and Eric Murdoch. Brown, the former Bulls 3rd-round draft choice. Murdoch, the #1 draft choice of the Jazz, out of Providence.
Well, Delaney Rudd was getting a lot of playing time, but they've moved Murdoch up in front of him. He has been an outstanding assister and stealer in college.
Yeah, he set an NCAA record for steals at Providence. Grant plays to Jordan. MJ over Edwards. Rebound Malone. My goodness. Blue Edwards picked up by Paxson out of switch. Mike Brown posting up on Scottie Pippen.
Mike Brown, former Chicago Bull, posts up Scottie and gets his first hoop.
Jazz lead it by 1 as we seesaw with 4:10 to go in this first period of play. Pippen from the outside. And Scottie has his first from the field. He has 4. Here's the lead from Mike Brown. Has to save, and Jordan is there to intercept. MJ with a quick stop. Karl Malone another rebound. Eric Murdoch is in for John Stockton. Sets it up on the half court for the Utah Jazz. Blue Edwards sneaks behind a pick by Mike Brown. He has 4.
They're not booing. They're not booing. They're hollering blue. You don't have that big shot blocker, but you got guys that can do it pretty good there.
Stacey King was fouled by the mailman. No, they're going to call it on Blue Edwards. Karl Malone made a swipe from behind, but Blue Edwards gets called for the foul.
Stacey came in. They called a foul before it even happened. Now Edwards leaves with his 2nd foul. And into the game is a former Blue Demon from DePaul, number 23, that came over in a trade for Thurl Bailey from the Timberwolves, Ty Corbin.
Ty Corbin was our guest tonight on Bullseye. B.J. Armstrong is in the ballgame now for Chicago.
5 quick points for Stacey off the bench here.
Stacey had only 3 minutes at L.A. yesterday, so he's fresh. 6 points now for Stacey King here in this opening quarter. And the Bulls back on top by 1. Pressure in the backcourt. Tyrone Corbett will set it up. Plays to Malone. On the drive over King. 10 points for Karl Malone in this first quarter. Coming up on 3 minutes left to go, first quarter. Jordan over Jeff Malone, and Jeff got a piece of it. First on Jeff Malone, 3rd on the team.
Well, Karl Malone has 3 baskets off offensive rebounding, but this one he comes down on the break and goes over King. Nice shot, breaks the court. Now here comes Michael over the top of Malone. Malone gets him on the elbow. His first foul. Jordan shoots 2. You know, you talk about being fresh and fresh legs and playing a lot of minutes in the game yesterday. They knew they were going to play a lot of minutes when Scottie got his 4th foul in the 3rd quarter. And Michael told Phil, he had a 4th foul. He said, "Coach, just do me a favor. Can you take as many timeouts as you can in this game to keep us fresh?" He did that. And of course, now they have to call it 20. Good defensive pressure by the Bulls. But they got some timeouts that Mike Dunleavy called, and it really stretched out. Guys who were playing 44 and 45 minutes, their legs could have been real tired had they been demanded to play, full time. All right, they went to a full here too.
Jazz go to a full timeout, and we've got a break of the action. Just over 3 minutes to go in the first quarter, and the Bulls lead by 1. The boards due mostly to that man, Karl Malone. He has 12 points.
Karl 5 for 6 from the field.
We've been seesawing throughout this first quarter. Cartwright in the game now with Stacey King on that front line. Scottie Pippen. Knocked out of bounds. Let's see who it belongs to. I believe it's going to be Chicago ball.
But Jack Neese turned his head. He didn't see what happened after. He gets knocked out of bounds, and then they both collide to go down. And it'll be the Bulls' ball. Stacey's got to take it to the hoop. If he's got Malone on him, he's got to use that left hand and go right in, trying to get some fouls on this guy.
Stacey King is the open man on the inbounds. They double team on the ball quickly. King gets it away to Armstrong to Jordan. Good ball movement. Murdoch takes the back half rebound. Jazz on the run. Jeff Malone loses out of play. It'll belong to Chicago on the turnover. Phil Jackson pacing the sidelines, directing and orchestrating. Utah 5-1 in that dubious category of turnover leadership in the
see
first
this defense now that they'll play a little bit different defense. That
Pippen finds King.
Oh, there it is. Big Bill was there. That was one where Stacey was trying to draw the foul, went from one side to the other, and Malone stepped out of the way. Cartwright got it. Watch the defense they'll play now. They'll double everything. This is the second crew, and it tries to disrupt the offense of the Bulls, take them out of their half court.
And it does take the Bulls or anyone a little bit of time to adjust to that, doesn't it? From the outside, Corbin. Mike Brown with the offensive rebound. John, they have held a commanding edge on the offensive board in this first quarter. Just under a minute and a half left to be played. First period. Corbin out high. Eric Murdoch gets the step baseline for a moment. Cartwright cut him off. Murdoch going to throw it away right here.
Oh,
Pippen picks it off. Pippen spins to the hoop.
Oh, what a play by Scotty.
6 points for Scottie Pippen.
They gave up on it. They thought it was a backcourt play.
Pippen triggers it loose again off the leg of Eric Murdoch. It'll belong to the Bulls. Those quick hands and long arms of Scottie Pippen.
I just talked about how the defense that the Jazz are playing. Here the Bulls come back twice and capitalize on steals and a turnover here as they double. Quick teams, both of them quick.
Under a minute to go in this first quarter. Pippen double teamed by Corbin and Brown. Cartwright gets it away to Jordan. B.J. Armstrong over Karl Malone. First hoop of the night for B.J. Bulls lead it by 5 now. Again, we're in the final minute of this first quarter. John Stockton back on for the Jazz. Off the pick by Karl Malone. Jeff Malone. Rebound B.J. Armstrong will set it up for the Bulls. To Jordan.
See if they double. They doubled every time down except this time. Huh?
It's about a 6-second differential. Shot clock to game clock, and Jordan finds the open shot. Michael has 6. No shot clock now. Time left in the quarter in the right-hand corner of your screen. Bulls leading it by 7, their largest lead of the evening. And got a foul coming up here. It's going to be on B.J. Armstrong with a push.
It's only the third foul on the Bulls.
First in the last 2 minutes.
Bulls on an 8-0 run here. 5.1. Stockton going to come out to try to get this baby.
The inbounds of Stockton is denied by Scottie Pippen.
Boy, they ran that same play from half court 2 years ago. Stockton got it, took 4 dribbles and put it in for a layup.
Corbin on the inbounds trigger. Time winding down. Karl Malone on the drive, tripped up on the play, and a foul coming up with 2.2 seconds remaining.
Stacey King on the trip. Looked like Scotty got him, but it was Scotty that fouled him. But they give it to Stacey King.
Personal foul number 1 on Stacey King.
So Malone with 12. Now watch what happens on this play. See if they throw it all the way down to Michael, who's the only one back. They usually throw a nice pass to MJ. He tries to out-jump the man he's guarding.
There's Michael. Karl Malone now with 13 points in the first quarter. 13 of the 25 Utah points. 1 out of 2. Rebounded by the Jazz, and it won't go at the buzzer for Ty Corbin.
Chicago 31, the Jazz.
So at the end of 1 quarter complete, the Bulls hold a 6-point, 31-25 advantage over the Utah Jazz as Scottie Pippen takes us to the break.
Yeah, I see.
Comments of Richard's Wild Irish Rose Wine.
The leftover from Desert Storm.
Yeah.
Oh, that's Horace. Bobby Hansen gets a chance to play here before his old fans.
Yeah, and he is a popular player here in Salt Lake City. First quarter numbers. Bulls started slowly from the field and finished strong. Utah held the big edge on the boards, but those 6 turnovers hurt the Jazz. Bill Cartwright. Mike Brown the rebound. Stockton in transition for the Jazz with the acceleration. Rejected by Pippen out of play. Wow, where did he come from, John?
Came from that weak side, and as soon as he had beat BJ to the hoop, Scotty went up. He puts one hand on the board to support himself after he blocks the shot.
Stockton guarded by Pippen.
Look at this screen coming up. Oh,
Mike Brown rolls to the bucket. Missed the slam, but was fouled in the process.
Oh, I'll tell you, they cleaned it out. Mike Brown. Stacey King had a foul. You don't want to get in the way of a runaway truck.
Watch Stockton again.
He drained everybody off him, and they didn't switch very well on the play. Mike Brown makes the free throw.
Bill talking with Michael Jordan and Horace Grant. Brown has 4. Bulls set it up on the half court. They lead by 4. Stacey King, B.J. Armstrong. Scottie Pippen picked up by Tyrone Corbin. A good defensive player is Corbin. Double team now by Brown. 4 to go on the shot clock. 2 to go. BJ gets away, of course. The bailout is not there over the backboard and out of play. It'll belong to Utah.
Well, the first time I saw this guy come in the game, I said, here comes David Benoit. It's Benoit, just like it'd be in Detroit.
Detroit.
B-E-N-O-I-T, I guess. That's
David Benoit is in, and Cliff Livingston in a moment will be in for the Bulls.
Let's remember that we played the Pistons.
Stockton to Brown. Off the glass. Cartwright climbs the board for the rebound, and a loose ball foul coming up against the Utah Jazz. It's on David Benoit. B-E-N-O-I-T, pronounced Benoit. I guess that's the French interpretation of the... I don't know. My French is
that's all I know.
Poor, John.
Doubled on Scotty and tripled.
Pippen, cross-court feed, stolen away by Blue Edwards.
The Bulls only had 1 turnover at that point. They played it beautifully.
Stockton looking for Mike Brown. Edwards finds Brown to the baseline, and offensive foul coming up.
Mike Brown he moved Bill Cartwright out to get that position in the basket. He tries to fire it on down, but by that time he had moved Bill Cartwright away.
So that's how he got so open at the baseline.
Absolutely.
There has to be a reason. Scottie Pippen played tough by Corbin. Hansen off the screen by Cartwright. Rebound, Livingston gives it up to Stockton, and he's held by Bobby Hansen. Bob Hansen picks up his first. That is the second on the team in the second quarter. Non-shooting affair.
Well, we got almost 2 minutes gone in this period. The Bulls have not scratched.
Stockton. Nothing but cord for Stockton, who now has 8 points. And the Jazz have cut the gap down to 2. B.J. Armstrong. Livingston at the high post. Backing in on Benoit. They cleared out for him. Good news goes to work. And the rebound by Mike Brown. Stockton. Lou Edwards for 3.
The Bulls at this stage don't have enough players that can spread the floor as good shooters so they can operate in the middle. They've got all shooters that are pretty distant, except this guy.
Scottie Pippen puts Chicago on the board for the first time in the second quarter. Stockton, his team trailing by 4 on the drive with the scoop, and a foul coming up. Jake O'Donnell with the call. It's on B.J. Armstrong, his second and now the third on the team, and we still have over 9 minutes to go in the second quarter.
Jerry Sloan sitting next to him on his left with his hand up to his face is another familiar gentleman from Chicago. That's Phil Johnson. who was Dick Motta's assistant coach. We just saw a rarity there, too, didn't we?
John Stockton missing a free throw.
I mentioned he needs 23 assists to pass Guy Rogers. And Guy, of course, had some great years, a couple of great years in Chicago.
Bulls set it up. Their lead is 3. Bobby Hansen double team finds Pippen open.
Boy, Scotty caught that, and the right was off balance, was able to slam that thing home.
And McDonald's donates $50 to charitables when any Bulls player slam dunks during tonight's game. Stockton picked up by Armstrong. Tyrell Corbin given some room on the perimeter. Mike Brown going to work. Corbin. He averaged 18 points a game last year at Minnesota. Brown shot is off the mark. Scottie Pippen up on the rim. Brown trips him, and a foul coming up.
Scotty catches a ball on his last play down low, and he's really off balance, but he goes up with the left hand. All right, guys can't do that. I mean, guys go up with the right hand on that slam. So Mike Brown on the foul.
His second, and the second on the team. Mark Eaton back into the ball game. The Mountain Man comes on in place of Mike Brown.
Let's see if they come back here with Stacy or not.
Bill Jackson calling for basic offense here in this set. Cliff Livingston. Armstrong's out at the point. There's Scottie Pippen on the wing. Cartwright flashing across. Goes to work on Eaton. Gives it up to Hansen with 4 to go on the shot clock. He leaves it short, and Stockton takes off the floor. Stockton with a baseball feed to Corbin in play.
Beautiful pass down the floor to Ty Corbin. He gets his first hoop. Bobby Hansen didn't have enough legs left to get that ball to the rim, and Phil wants a timeout.
Timeout, Chicago. 7:46 left to be played. First half. Bill Jackson and company. That lead has been salted down to 3 by the Utah Jazz. Shooting in this period. Just over 7 minutes left to go. Second quarter, and Michael Jordan with his first field goal of the period. 8 points for MJ. Stockton sets it up for the Utah Jazz. Jazz are 19-2 here at home. David Benoit with his first field goal. Had 12 points on 5 of 9 shooting in Dallas the other night. Cartwright trying to go to Jordan. Jordan has to chase down. Knocked out of bounds. Last touch by Utah. Jack Nees with the unpopular call here in Salt Lake City. These are good basketball fans. People may not have realized that before the NBA, they were selling out the Marriott Center down in Provo, Utah for BYU at better than 20,000 fans. And of course, Utah and Utah State do well in attendance in basketball.
Not a bad ABA city either.
Jordan with the up fake, loses Edwards. Did he get it off in time? Apparently he did beat the buzzer. 10 points for MJ now. He and Pippen have all 8 points for the Bulls in the second quarter. Grant and Malone converge, and it's going to go against Horace. His first and the fourth on the team. Non-shooting affair.
Yeah, I mentioned the ABA team. Of course, that was the Utah Stars. A lot of people might remember that name. It started with a Z, Zelmo Beatty.
Zelmo, the big Z, yep.
St. Louis Hawks and the Utah Stars.
He was a great player. Eaton down low. Good feed from the mailman. Oh, that opened up wide open.
All he had to do was catch it. You knew that was going to be 2.
Bulls lead by 3. Jordan going to work on Edwards. They clear it out for him from the outside. Jazz with the rebound. Benoit to Stockton. Blue Edwards on the turn inside of Jordan. Scored and a foul. Yes, it counts.
Michael Jordan picks up his second foul. A beautiful play on the baseline. He turns around. Blue Edwards turns around, gets MJ in the air, puts it off the glass and in.
And the Bulls are over the foul limit. Great move by Blue Edwards.
Theodore Edwards gets a chance to tie this game up. 5:55 in this period. And he does.
7 points for Blue Edwards. Armstrong. Picked up by Stockton. And a whistle coming up and a foul.
It's a third foul on Blue Edwards.
Blue Edwards, yeah.
They were just going to take him out and bring Jeff Malone in to try to save him, and picked up his third.
Now Jerry Sloan will have to make a quick move on his bench, and he does. Edwards leaves, as you mentioned.
Jeff Malone is in.
Jeff Malone back on. He was 0 for 6, no points in the first quarter of the ball game.
Bulls standing a little bit here.
They have plenty of time on the shot clock.
Malone down low, all alone. Right now he is. Let's see what happens.
Jordan posting up over Jeff Malone. Eaton grabs the board. Stockton. Benoit.
And two Bulls caught in the back court here. Benoit with his second hoop.
They are on their feet in the Delta Center. Jazz by 2. B.J. Armstrong. Stockton the rebound, has to save to Eaton, and now here comes Stockton. Malone.
See if Phil fights this crowd with a timeout or stays with it. His team down by 4. They're going to take a 20.
20-second timeout, Chicago. Standing ovation, Utah Jazz.
Karl Malone, a 6 out of 7 from the field. He's got 9 rebounds in the game. That time Stockton went up and got the rebound, pitched it out. Twice they've caught 2 guys in the back court on the Bulls.
And they made them pay. Bulls now trailing 43-39. On February 17th, and the Bulls take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's Subway Poster Night. Every fan entering the stadium will receive a Bulls poster, compliments of Subway. The Bulls break camp around Phil Jackson. 4:51 left to go in the first half. Utah leading 43-39.
Utah was 2 out of 6. We came into this quarter. They hit their last 5 shots.
Livingston on the inbounds to Grant. Jordan. It's a screen from Scott Williams. Feeds Paxson. Jeff Malone the rebound. Stockton sets up the play. They want to go to Karl Malone. They loop it inside. Has it blocked on the play by Horace Grant. Karl Malone trying to save. Steps out of bounds. It'll belong to Chicago.
Karl Malone gets his shot blocked by Horace Grant, and then he touches it as he goes out of bounds.
And the Bulls set it up. Cliff Livingston. Scott Williams takes Mark Eaton outside. Jordan. It's inside of Malone, but a stop by Eaton and Stockton. Clears it to Livingston. 2 to go on the shot clock. Cliff can't get it away in time.
Oh, I didn't even hear that clock go off. It got so noisy in here.
John Paxson didn't realize at that point. I don't think he realized he only had 3 seconds to go on the shot clock by the time he delivered the ball to Livingston. Under 4 minutes to go. 3-point try. Stockton, no. He leads the NBA in 3-point field goal percentage at 45%. Jordan driving. Blocked by Eaton. Lead for Stockton. The Utah lead is 6. Timeout, Chicago. Michael Jordan in a pensive mood. And there's a look at what Utah has done on the run tonight. Bulls work the half court. 10 to go on the shot clock. Scottie Pippen posting up. Over Benoit. Grant keeps it alive, and a loose ball foul. Horace Grant, his second. Team is over the limit.
Mark Eaton will come down to shoot the free throws, I would believe. Eaton didn't even want to go to the free throw line. So big Mark Eaton will step up there to shoot free throws.
Yeah, I don't
get there an awful lot. He's a 55% free throw shooter.
John, I was going to say that's why he wasn't in a hurry to get to the line. He's only break even from there. It's a little out of his range, perhaps. Gets the shooter's roll. And the big guy at 7-4.
22 to 8 on this run in this quarter.
The Bulls have been stalled here in the second quarter. They reassembled offensively. Now 3 minutes to go in the half. King back to the basket on Eaton. Paxson outside is wide open. Horace Grant tips the rebound to King. King on the drive. Grant on the tip. Relentless work on the board by Horace Grant. He has 6. Bulls back to within 6. They led by 6 points at the end of one quarter, did Chicago. Stockton. Benoit. It's the step on Pippen. Grant picks him up. Rebound knocked out of bounds. Going to belong to Chicago.
They're 11 out of 13 from the free throw line. The Bulls have hit all theirs, but they've only shot 6. So they've got to get there a little more, but good
there's
defense.
The run.
Yeah, good defense by this club.
In this second quarter, Utah one of the better defensive teams in the league. Eaton knocks it away from Stacey King. King on the fade. Nicely done. Stacey has 8.
He's got 3 shots, and if you put them together, they'd probably be the length of a 3-point field goal. He's put them up in the air.
2 minutes left to go. In this, the first half, the Utah Jazz lead by 4. Stockton wants to go to Karl Malone, and he does. On the block, King double teams. Eaton inside is fouled, and it counts.
Oh, he hit Scottie Pippen, and it was really no contest. The big guy might have camped in there a little long, though, and that's what I think they were saying. Now, Malone steps out. Here comes Eaton. He's underneath. Well, he gets the ball. You know, that's the way the lane used to be years ago, about like that. You get the ball, the guys would have a hook shot. That would be it. It'd be a layup. So the big guy, 2 free throws, a basket, and now he gets another free throw.
Here we are joking about his 50% from the free throw line, and the guy is 3 of 3 from there tonight.
Got 7 points in this quarter for him.
Bulls trailing by 7. Jordan. Paxson, good ball movement. Pippen underneath. Grant clobbered by Eaton in the foul. Mark Eaton with his first. That is the 4th on the team overall in the quarter. The first on the Utah Jazz in the last 2 minutes.
The Jazz covered up real quick here, but then it got down to Horace. Horace tried to collect, find out where he was.
Didn't take long. You knew he was in the woods.
You knew he was waiting for the other shoe to fall. He couldn't hear it hit, and there it came down on his head. So the Bulls, who had a 31 to 25-point lead going in this quarter.
Horace Grant, and there's a look at Phil Jackson.
That's only the 13th point in the quarter for the Bulls. They have really struggled here.
John, I was going to say Horace has hit the hardwood hard a couple of times on this road trip. I remember in Dallas and I believe San Antonio, he took a shot. Was on the floor for a while. And Horace makes good on a pair. He has 8 points. Pressure in the backcourt. Grant double teaming with Paxson on Stockton, and Stockton gets the midcourt strike. Under 2 minutes to go in the half. Jeff Malone continues his poor shooting in this first half. Pippen. Stacey King. Scottie Pippen. Inside to Grant, and a foul coming up on Eaton.
It's the second foul in the last 2 minutes for them. Eaton's second foul on Horace. Quick hitter down low. Stacey kicks it out. Horace waves his hand. Eaton can't find anybody, and then when they get it through, he fouls him.
What a pass by Scottie Pippen, though. You talk about threading a needle.
Well, Scottie is the best passing small forward in the NBA this year. If you look at the statistics and where he ranks, Horace misses a free throw.
Horace on this road trip, 6 points at San Antonio, 13 at Houston, 6 at Dallas, and then 13 points, 11 rebounds yesterday. 1 out of 2. He has 9 points here tonight in this first half. Stockton again pressed in the backcourt. Stockton needs help. Grant tips it up into the air, and he's got the steal and is fouled by Jeff Malone, and Horace took a good shot to the midsection.
Well, the Bulls again put good defense in the backcourt. Stockton was going out of bounds, and he had to try to save it. Horace tipped it, and it popped high in the air, and as Horace came back to get it, Jeff Malone came in too, and Horace back on the free throw line. He's been there now. This will be his 5th and 6th free throws in the last 2 minutes.
Horace takes a long time at the line and misses on the first. One thing Phil Jackson mentioned during the shoot around this morning, he warned his club, as you look at Jerry Sloan, he said the proximity of the fans, it's a very close background if you're shooting. Close shooting background here. And the fans are right on top of the action at the new Delta Center. A lot of these new arenas, they're pushed well back. Stockton to Benoit. Stockton with under a minute to go on the half. On the drive, Karl Malone.
Karl Malone got that ball out the top of the key and just went on in, powered it down home. He's got 17.
No sense in sacrificing your body on one play like that. 5-point lead now for the Jazz, and Jordan leaves it short, but Horace Grant on the rebound.
Suppose we get one more shot at it.
About a 5-second differential, shot clock to game clock. Jordan waiting. They're down to 10 to go on the shot clock, and Jordan swings into action. Paxson picked up by Malone. It's loose at the foul line, and Malone commits the foul with 10.2 seconds remaining. Pax will head to the line for a pair. Karl Malone picks up the foul, only his first.
Pax on in, goes straight up in the air. He gets hit on the right hand, so Big John Paxson gets his shot. There's Horace trying to get underneath for rebounding position.
Pax just under 80% from the free throw line. He has 6 points here tonight. Phil Jackson wanted to get 3 and 3 at least on this road trip, and as he mentioned during our open to Johnny Curry, they kind of wanted to get 2 out of 3 in Dallas. They weren't able to get the first 2. Stacey King replaced in the lineup now. Cliff Livingston back on for the Bulls.
They're face guarding Michael off. But 2 of them are drained. A 20-second timeout now called by the Jazz. They're going to come in. Haney Rudd, they want to spread it out pretty good.
There's Jerry Sloan. His number 4 hangs from the rafters at Chicago Stadium. It will someday be joined by, what do you think, number 23? Pretty good chance?
Not bad chance, yeah. So they've got Delaney Rudd. Yeah, Delaney Rudd coming into the game. He's a pretty good 3-point shooter. You've got Stockton, who, as you mentioned, coming in is one of the best in the NBA. Guys that can fire from the outside. Benoit is only 1 for 5, but they'll try to keep it spread.
It'll be Utah basketball. The Jazz leading it by 3. 10.2 seconds to go. Stockton to Karl Malone. Delaney Rudd for 3. Pippen. The rebound as the first half comes to a close. Well, we have played 1 half in the brand new Delta Center. Karl Malone leads Horace Grant. Phil Jackson, Michael Jordan, and the Chicago Bulls, they head off trailing 52-49. Halftime is coming up. Chicago Bulls break against the Bulls here tonight, but they've committed 9 turnovers to 4 for Chicago. The offensive boards, well, they're even at 7 apiece thanks to Horace's work in that second quarter. But overall, the Jazz have a hefty advantage on the boards. So we're just about set for the start of the second half. Here's our Miller Lite scoreboard. Elsewhere in the NBA, final score now for these East Coast games. Golden State over Orlando. Seattle beat Atlanta, and Minnesota defeated Denver. Fourth period of play. Houston with a 7-point advantage over Indiana. The Lakers and Suns are tied at the half. Dallas and Sacramento coming up a little bit later. Bill Jackson has sent his troops back out onto the floor, ready to go for the second half. And there's Jerry Sloan, the former Chicago Bull defensive standout. This Utah team he has molded in his personality. It is a team that plays tough, aggressive defense. And they really put the clamps down, holding the Bulls to 18 points, John, in the second quarter. Bulls start out on the half court. Cartwright to the high post, and
Bill Cartwright.
And Bill Cartwright as Stockton went down. First on Bill.
Bill moved his right leg. He tried to come over to throw the ball across. His packs came off him, and he caught Stockton in the leg, and Bill picks up the foul.
So the Jazz will take over. They hold the lead by 3. We're in the opening minute of play in this third quarter. Glad to have you with us from Salt Lake City, the brand new Delta Center. Jeff Malone to the baseline. Scottie Pippen the rebound. Jeff Malone is 0 for 8 from the field now. No points in the game for Malone. Jeff, that is. The mailman scored enough for 2. Scottie Pippen with the force over Blue Edwards. Eaton rebounds. Jeff Malone to John Stockton. Stockton on the drive. Nicely done. 13 points for Stockton. A minute gone by in this third period. John Paxson picked up by John Stockton. Horace Grant over Karl Malone. Eaton claims the rebound. John Stockton trying to hit Blue Edwards. Knocked away by Scottie Pippen. Picked off by Horace Grant. Ahead to Pippen. Recaptured by the Jazz. Edwards blocked by Grant, but a foul. Stockton triggered the recapture for Utah. Blue Edwards came down.
Technical on Phil.
Yep.
I'll tell you what, there could have been any 3 guys got a foul called on him that time. Scottie tried to throw the ball out. It looked like he got hooked. And then Stockton takes the ball right away from Michael here. He comes on in, cross bodies him, takes the ball, and Blue Edwards comes in, goes up, and Horace gets the foul. That was the right one. And a technical, and guess who broke into the scoring column? Jeff Malone gets there with a T. As I mentioned, 6th on the all-time free throw shooting list for the NBA, and Blue Edwards now to the line for 2.
8 points for Blue Edwards. Had 16 against Phoenix, 23 the next night at Dallas over the weekend for Jerry Sloan's club. Averaged 15 points per game in the 4 games last week. The Jazz were busy. 9 points for Blue Edwards. The Jazz are 19-2 at home. They are 12-15 away. 23 of their first 40 games, including their entire East Conference schedule. 23 of their first 40 games were on the road.
Well, that's what you do when you get a new building. This building they didn't think would be ready, so you schedule around when you can get into the arena.
Jordan with 3 to go on the shot clock. The tip won't go for Horace Grant. Blue Edwards out of there. Stockton to Edwards. Lost the handle on it, out of bounds. The Jazz came in averaging 16 turnovers per game. And they have been plagued by turnovers here in these opening 3 quarters. Paxson. Cartwright. Back to the basket on Eaton. Stockton triggered it loose for a moment. Bill gets it back. Blocked by Eaton. Picked up by Grant. He has it blocked on the play. Loose on the floor. Knocked out of bounds. Karl Malone got a piece of it. It's going to belong to the Bulls, but they have only 1 second left on the shot clock.
Great series that time. Bill Cartwright came to the middle. He lost the ball. Stockton knocked it out of his hands. He picked it up, tried for the shot. Eaton blocked that. And then Malone blocked the next one. Catch and throw. Michael, look at this. Can you do it?
Almost.
He got it off, yeah.
Rebound, Jeff Malone. Stockton sets it up. 9.5 to go, third quarter. Stockton picked up by Paxson. Karl Malone by Horace Grant. Blue Edwards. Eaton with the hook.
Little baby hook, he drops in, but it's very effective. He's taking up the scoring for Jeff Malone.
9 points for Mark Eaton. Scoring from an unexpected source. Michael Jordan, baseline, blocked by Karl Malone, and the foul is on the mailman, who argues in rather demonstrative fashion.
I think what he's arguing about is it was a late whistle. He was already starting to go the other way. He didn't hear it immediately. Let's see what happens here. He goes over Jeff. Karl comes up. Yeah, got him.
Second on Karl, first on the team. There it is. Michael Jordan. Michael is 3 of 3 from the foul line now. He has put the 40 number on the board 5 times against the Jazz. He has 12 points here tonight. First 2 points of this third quarter for the Bulls. So the third quarter starting much like the second quarter did. The Bulls on a dry spell in the first 3 minutes of the quarter. Bulls pressing in the backcourt. Jazz have struggled against the pressure. Stockton is the man they want to have the basketball in that situation. And Karl Malone sets it up. Stockton gave it up. Horace Grant to Pippen. Stacey King. Grant with the slam. 12 for Horace. And the Utah lead is down to 6 with 8.5 to go, third quarter. Mark Eaton way outside. Stockton pops out, trying to pick by Karl Malone. Now Malone gets 2 inside and a foul.
They work as well, if not better than anybody in the league, down low, running off a man, rubbing up man. Now down low, Stockton started. He ran around the side. And as he does that, the big guy just steps back in, gets the deep position, catches the ball, goes up with a shot, knocks it in, draws the foul, tries for 3.
Stacey King guilty of the foul for the Chicago Bulls, and Karl Malone completes a 3-point play. He's up to 20 points here tonight on King, his 3rd personal. First on the team.
They just have a tough time whenever they play this club, trying to solve the Eaton factor. Mount Eaton always seems to be there.
Pippen has it blocked by Lou Edwards. Horace Grant on the turnaround. Eaton cleans the board. Offense is not coming easy tonight for the Bulls. Down low, the mailman has it knocked out of bounds by Horace Grant. No foul. A murmur through this crowd of better than 20,000. Hoping for a foul on Horace Grant. Phil Jackson and his coaching staff. Fadeaway won't go for Jeff Malone. Horace Grant clears to Scottie Pippen. Ahead to Stacey King. Jeff Malone got a piece of that. Paxson from the outside for 3. 10 for John Paxson. Bulls again back to within 6. 7:25 to go in the third. This is Stockton, number 12. Karl Malone out front. Mark Eaton in close.
Oh, man, look at this. You get those little itsy-bitsy shots. He's got that turnaround.
11 for Eaton. 8 points again, the lead for the Jazz. 10 to go on the shot clock for the Bulls. Horace Grant has it picked away by Stockton. Stockton traveled as he bumped with Jordan. Technical foul on Stockton.
Jerry Sloan doesn't like what he sees here. Jordan tried to take the one place that Stockton couldn't run away from him. He went to the end line. And MJ, let's see if we can take a look at it here. He throws the ball out. Stockton gets the ball out. Now Jordan takes the one place he can't get to. They call a travel on Stockton. Stockton gets a tee, and we got a timeout.
Timeout, Utah Jazz. 6:50 to go in the third, and the Bulls trailing by 8. Michael Jordan puts in on the technical foul shot. He has 13 points, and the Bulls will inbound.
Will Perdue now in at center for Stacey King. Will didn't play yesterday's game against LA.
Paxson plays to Jordan against Jeff Malone. Stockton had doubled down briefly. John Paxson gets the step in the lane, gives it up. Eaton knocked it away. Picked off by Blue Edwards.
Who's it on? They're going to signal this on.
They've got a foul away from the ball.
They got the foul at midcourt here on Will Perdue, holding in the back court on Karl Malone as they broke down the lane. Right at half court, they get tangled up. Pax had nobody to pass to. There they go, trying to break out of the pack. One guy holds it, a guy pushes, and a foul on Will.
First foul on Will Perdue, third on the team. Blue Edwards pops out from the baseline. Edwards to Malone. Karl Malone double teamed by Will Perdue and Horace Grant. Jeff Malone is the open man. His first field goal of the game. Ball triggered loose. It'll belong to Chicago. Boy, I tell you, the Jazz have been swarming on defense.
Bulls only 2 out of 13 in this quarter.
Jazz with a 9-point lead. A little over 6 minutes left to be played, third quarter. Horace Grant
in for John Stockton.
Delaney Rudd hit the game-winning shot against Phoenix the other night in overtime. There's a look at the shooting in this third period of play. The Bulls are about as dry as these hills surrounding Salt Lake City. Haven't had much snow at all this winter. Jordan drops for Grant. Oh, nice play. Grant on the drive, got inside of Eaton. 14 for Horace Grant. Delaney Rudd sets it up for the Utah Jazz. Blue Edwards. 11 for Edwards. And as we mentioned, he has come on in the last week or so. Michael Jordan, guarded by Jeff Malone. Jordan hangs off the glass. Oh, tough shot by MJ. He has 15. Bulls hanging in there. They're down by 5. 4.5 minutes to go in the third. Rudd to Edwards. Karl Malone. 7 to go on the shot clock. 5 to go on the clock. Edwards with a bailout. Rebound Will Perdue. Good position on Mark Eaton. Michael Jordan in transition. John Paxson back to MJ. Plenty of time on the shot clock. 4 minutes left to go in the third quarter. Jordan right on the money. He has 17.
That's his nickname. Money. That's all you hear on the bus.
Yep.
The guy's hollering back, hey, money.
Jeff Malone. Karl Malone. Left it short. Back tap by Eaton to Karl Malone. Rebound. Pippen saves to Horace Grant. Boy, you don't see Karl miss 2 in a row that close. Paxson. Pippen.
Yes, good keep alive by Will Perdue. And Pip gets the hoop.
3:19. Feed down court from Mike Brown. Watch it.
Mike Brown just flipped it out and tried to outrun everybody. Delaney Rudd collects, comes in, draws a foul.
Delaney Rudd picks up the first. Michael Jordan sitting on the end of the Bulls bench. Rudd makes good on a pair. Heard one of the officials, Jake O'Donnell, yelling at a John. It couldn't have been you, Red Kerr.
No.
You've been rather mild here tonight on the officials.
I just said it was a foul on Bobby Hansen.
Armstrong. Will Perdue missing in close. And a foul coming up against the Bulls on Will Perdue.
Well, the Bulls have fallen off here a little bit. Shot missed on the outside by BJ. And then Will going for the rebound commits the foul, so we got a free throw shooting contest here. There's Will, gets the ball underneath, tries for the shot, misses, goes back up. And could have been on anybody or nobody that foul. But Malone Goes to the line.
Been busy tonight. Much of that in the first half, where he had 17 points, 9 rebounds. So it's been a quiet.
Yeah, 4 points in this quarter for him.
Malone has another one coming up. Carl, now the Jazz all-time leading scorer at 26 at Dallas, along with 11 rebounds. 22 here tonight. A little over 30 seconds, 31.8 seconds remaining, third quarter. Utah leading by 3. B.J. Armstrong leaves it short. Mike Brown the rebound.
Well, he just shot that up in the air. It didn't look like he really concentrated on it, but they'll take one shot here with 15 to go.
No shot clock. Time left in the quarter in the right-hand corner of your screen. Bulls are trailing 72-69. This is Delaney Rudd with the ball. Karl Malone sets the screen. Rudd picked up on a switch by Grant. Benoit out of the corner.
Got a three. Deep in the corner, a 3.
Off the rim by Pippen as time winds down in the third. Three-pointer by David Benoit. The Utah Jazz head into the fourth quarter, leading the Chicago Bulls 75-69. Stockton sets it up for the Jazz. Lou Edwards, David Benoit with the up fake over Grant. Up over the backboard goes the basketball, and it belonged to Chicago.
David Benoit was 1 out of 5, 20% from that three-point lane, and he just filled it up as time was running out. He was falling out of bounds and nailed his three.
Jays are 19-2 in this building. Bulls are 18-5 on the road. Best record on the road in the NBA. Will Perdue. Rebound taken down by Mike Brown. Stockton.
Get too far ahead here, guys. It was 69-68. Bulls ahead.
Lou Edwards. Good position by Horace Grant. Scottie Pippen. Ball movement by the Bulls as they set up on the half court. A minute gone by in the fourth. Bulls are trailing by 6. Horace Grant. Will Perdue.
Will has really capitalized on that play coming across from the weak side. Little 10 or 12 footer. He's made quite a few of them.
Craig Hodges getting set to check in for the Bulls. Benoit out front. Lou Edwards. Stockton. Mike Brown working inside. I believe Pippen got a piece of it. Brown still hustling for the ball.
Should have been
Rebound Perdue.
good play. Mike Brown was under there. They had guys hanging on him, and they would have been better off with a jump ball, but the Bulls have it right now.
Armstrong. Horace Grant in close.
Yes, off the glass. Left hand, Horace.
16 for Horace. 2 minutes gone by in this fourth period as Jerry Sloan paces the sidelines in front of the Utah bench. Jordan getting set to check back on for the Bulls. Stockton penetrates against B.J. Armstrong. Stockton gets his own rebound. Stockton gets baseline on Armstrong. Lou Edwards. Offensive foul.
See you later, Blue, and it's number 4. Michael Jordan and Hodges in the back for B.J. Armstrong and Scotty, I think.
Scottie Pippen heading off. Watch it again.
Comes right in. Cliff Livingston with a little help. He got up in the air. Cliff says like a magnet. Get over here. So Karl Malone back in for Mike Brown. Bulls trail by 2 here.
Lou Edwards was replaced in the lineup by Jeff Malone. Craig Hodges for the Chicago Bulls. 9.5 to go in the game. Bulls trail by just 2. Horace Grant out high. Jordan up in front. Karl Malone reasserts control of the board. Stockton coming up on 9 minutes left to go in the game. Wants Karl Malone inside, denied by Will Perdue. Good defense by Perdue down low. Malone inbounding. Trying to hit Benoit. Got a push apparently on Craig Hodges here. His first on the team. As Phil Jackson has a seat between John Bach and Tex Winter on the Chicago bench. Stockton to Karl Malone. Will Perdue picks him up. Malone gets to the top of the outside, and Perdue has the long carry. Here comes MJ. Bulls can tie the conventional field goal, take the lead with a tray. Under 9 minutes to go. Hodges for two.
He got fouled.
No, but he got fouled by Stockton.
Stockton knows this guy can shoot. He's going down to defend his three-point crown in the All-Star game on All-Star Saturday in Orlando, and he pops out behind a screen. Cliff gives it to him, goes up in the air. Stockton tries for the block, but gives him a little bit of a bump. Mark Eaton back in the game.
That foul was the first on Stockton and the first on the team, and Craig Hodges. If you're looking to pick up a few shooting tips, just watch the form of this young man at the line.
He hasn't been the free throw line in a long time, but he doesn't change anything. An outstanding free throw shooter.
Says he shoots his three-point shots as he shoots his foul shots.
Yeah, he just uses his legs as he steps back, and that's what you do.
Same principles.
I'm telling you, you can improve guys in the NBA in free throw shooting and work with them. And that just, some people don't work with the guys, I don't think. They work with their arm and their follow through.
Jazz haven't scored. 3.5 minutes gone by in the fourth, and the Bulls have caught them at 75. Tyrone Corbin around a screen by Eaton. 6 to go on the shot clock. 4 to go. Corbin with the bailout. Almost got it. Karl Malone the rebound. Reload the clock for the Jazz.
Uh-oh, Jeff, you're alone.
Jeff Malone on the drive. And a foul coming up on Perdue, I believe, on the trip. Will Perdue picks up his third, second on the team here in the fourth. .809 left to go in the ball game. John Stockton out front, guarded by Craig Hodges. Jeff Malone picked up by Michael Jordan. Now the switch by Horace Grant. Corbin feeds Eaton, loses the handle. Will Perdue trying to chase down. Karl Malone gets it back. Still 8 to go on the shot clock. Stockton from the outside. Livingston there for the rebound of the Jazz. Still haven't scored in this fourth quarter. Craig Hodges. Bulls can take the lead on this possession. Hodges wide open. Horace Grant the rebound. Craig Hodges resets the offense. 7:25 left to go in the game. The Bulls and Jazz tied at 75. Jordan with 10 to go on the shot clock. Livingston on the drive, hit by Eaton and a foul.
Big Cliff going hard to the hoop. They doubled Michael. They double Michael on the side. He gets it over to Cliff. Cliff ducks underneath, goes around Eaton. Mount Eaton standing up there. So big Cliff to the free throw line.
Third on Eaton, second on the team, and Cliff Livingston puts the Bulls into the lead. Been a tough night for Phil Jackson, but he expected as much here tonight.
Well, you got two division leaders, and yes, sir, you're going to have this kind of game.
Timeout taken by the Utah Jazz. We are tied at 77. Jazz have scored 2 points, just 2 points here in this fourth quarter. Bulls set it up on the half court. Horace Grant out near the three-point stripe. 7 to go on the shot clock now. Michael Jordan with 5 to go on the clock. Drives on Jeff Malone. Rebound, Karl Malone on the weak side.
Malone's 13th rebound.
Stockton picked up by Craig Hodges.
Deep position by Malone this trip.
They want to go into the block. Malone inside, missed it. Grant the rebound. Good defense by Horace as well.
That's a quick three by. Oh, I thought Hodgie was going to lace it up.
Not so fast, young man. Will Perdue, Michael Jordan, he laces it up. And Corbin the rebound. Stockton on the run. They've got a 3-on-2. Jeff Malone. Yes. timeout, Chicago. Pippen to Grant. Scotty backs in on Corbin. Jordan picked up by Jeff Malone. Gives it up to Karl Malone. Or looks like Corbin to Stockton to Karl Malone.
A steal. A timeout by the Bulls. A steal by Ty Corbin and a slam by the mailman.
Standing ovation for the Jazz in Salt Lake City. They now lead by 6.
First you put the egg in, and then you put the milk, stir it up, then you put the vanilla in, then stir it up again, and then you put the bread in, then turn it over on the other side, and then put it in a frying pan. But first of all, just put the butter in, then you put it in, and then you take it.
For the best recipes and tasty tips, get the Food Guide Thursdays only in the Chicago Tribune.
Then you take it and eat.
It happens every morning in London and Paris, just as the city starts to stir. In Munich, Manchester, Zurich, and Brussels, just as the business day begins. In Glasgow, Stockholm, Frankfurt, and Milan, as the new day arrives, so do we. American Airlines, with more non-stops from Chicago to Europe than any other airline. And beginning June 8th, we'll arrive non-stop in Berlin. So fly the one airline with more non-stops from Chicago to Europe than anyone. American Airlines, something special to Europe.
Bulls resume offensively, trailing by 6. Jazz have recaptured the lead after going almost the first 5 minutes of this fourth quarter without scoring. Pippen throws it away.
Pippen went to the middle. Paxson and Will Perdue split the spot where he threw it to, and it's a turnover Bull.
And look at the points on the break. The Jazz have buried the Bulls in that category. Jeff Malone looking for room. Leaves it short, and Jordan comes up with it. Bulls need a basket bad. Paxson. Yes. He has 12. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go. The Utah lead is 4. Stockton guarded by Paxson. To the mailman on the block against Horace Grant. Double team by Pax, and Pax guilty of the foul.
Pax thought he had the ball. Scotty said, I wanted to jump out of that. But they don't get it, so.
Second on Pax, fourth on the team.
Boy, he drew a crowd, didn't he? Will came in to help out.
Karl Malone. There's Jerry Sloan. His team has won 4 in a row and 8 of their last 10.
Malone 6 out of 7 from the free throw line.
Karl with 24 points. He had 17 at halftime. He's missed just once from the free throw line tonight. Made 7 of 8. Look at the number. 14 rebounds, many on the offensive glass in that first half. For Karl Malone. Coming up on 4 minutes left to go. Bulls are trailing by 6. Will Perdue to Michael Jordan off the screen by Perdue. Jordan looking for room. They clear it out for him. Over Jeff Malone. Jordan with 19, only his first bucket of this fourth quarter.
Perennially, Jordan has had trouble against Malone, Jeff Malone, whether it's in Washington or here. He's not had big-time scoring nights against him. Of course, you add a guy like Eaton that keeps you out of the center, you really get in trouble.
Stockton. Karl Malone posting up on the block. Stockton goes to the alternative. Malone from the corner.
Get a guy on a roll. He can do it. His 10th field goal.
28 points for Karl Malone. Restores a 6-point advantage. Stockton denies the interior feed to Grant. Paxson comes up with a deflection.
Somebody get an illegal D here if you can work it right. Pax is all alone.
Paxson feeding Grant inside, in among the trees. 5 to go on the shot clock. Scottie Pippen. Horace Grant.
Nobody wanted to shoot it.
Will Perdue.
Nobody wanted to shoot it. They kept looking at that big guy.
5 for Perdue, and the Bulls again back to within 4. 2:45 to go. This is Stockton. Karl Malone from the outside. Rebound taken down by Perdue.
Big Will has had a whale of a game here. That's
really
his 7th rebound.
Been outstanding. Jordan gets a screen from Perdue on the drive at the clock. Will Perdue there! Scored on a foul!
We just talked about the big guy. He did it again.
Jordan on that penetration.
Yeah, that was Stockton. It looked like it blocked his shot. Will followed it up and in.
Will Perdue going for the 3-point play. The foul on Corbin is his second. Perdue back taps the rebound to Stockton. Got a 3-on-2. Jeff Malone. Rebound back tap by Stockton. Chased down by Paxson. 3-on-1. Pax to Grant. Jordan.
Oh, Horace took a flight into the seats. Jordan follows it up.
We are tied at 87. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. Stockton trying to penetrate. Ty Corbin. Rebound back tap to Paxson. Eaton's not grabbing the ball, John. He's just back tapping.
Purdue's doing a great job of blocking him out and getting up in his way.
Bulls can take the lead here. Under 2 minutes to go in the game. Michael Jordan on the drive. Had it tipped out of bounds and last touched by the Jazz. It'll belong to Chicago. The
Eaton.
Bulls baseline, 9 to go on the shot clock.
They've got 9 block shots. Eaton with 5 of them.
Eaton got a piece of that one. A big enough piece to knock it out of bounds. Pippen on the inbound to Jordan. Michael to try to give Chicago the lead. Oh, great move.
To the foul line. To the foul line. Fake to the foul line. Timeout, Jerry Sloan.
1:30 left to go, and Michael Jordan has helped fuel the Bulls into a 2-point advantage. February 15th, Bulls take on the Knicks. It's Richards Wild Irish Rose Wine Night. First 5,000 women 21 and older get a rose. Compliments of Richards Wild Irish Rose Wine. Stockton gets the baseline on Paxson on the reverse to tie the game.
Had no help at all. He just went one-on-one. Stockton cleared everybody out.
1:15 remaining. Jordan gets a screen from Perdue. Paxson in rhythm. Horace Grant to Michael Jordan. Jordan over Eaton. Karl Malone with a big rebound. 1 minute left to go. Jazz and Bulls are tied at 89. Utah basketball. This is Stockton. 1-on-1 again with Paxson. Malone setting up on the block. Back to the basket against Horace Grant. Double team by Perdue. Jeff Malone on the wing. Stockton back at the point. 3 to go on the shot clock. Stockton, a shot blocked by Grant. Taken off by Will Perdue. Big block by Horace Grant. Paxson. The Bulls a chance to take the lead. Coming up on 30 seconds remaining in the game. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen out of the corner. Corbin the rebound. Timeout. Utah. 18.3 seconds to go. The Jazz will get it. No shot clock. And the game tied. Jerry Sloan.
Neither team could scratch. The Bulls played great defense, caused a 24-second turnover for them, a time turnover. Then they came down, missed his shot out of the corner. So at 18-3, Ty Corbin with a big, big rebound. And you know, we've had some great games here in this building.
And this another one.
Another great game between the Jazz and the Bulls in Salt Lake City. On February 17th, when the Bulls take on the Cleveland Cavaliers, it's Subway Poster Night. Every fan entering the stadium will receive a Bulls poster, compliments of Subway.
Well, the Bulls have one timeout plus a 20.
18.3 seconds remaining.
Well, you know, we talked about 2 years ago, Salt Lake City, they beat us 108-107 as John Stockton took a ball at midcourt and went all the way in. The Bulls had a 6-point lead like with 7 seconds to go and lost it. Last year it was tied 82-82. Michael Jordan hit a shot at the buzzer for the Bulls, a 2-point win. We always seem to have that kind of game when we come here. So we've got a new building. This team is 19-2 in the building. The Bulls, the best record on the road at 18-5, 39-7. They won a couple games in a row after losing a couple through Texas. And we've got the kind of game that we like to see here in WGN, a nail biter.
What do you expect now from Utah? Where will they go with their options on offense?
Into John Stockton. He'll kill the clock. He'll kill the clock. He'll be right out in front. They're going to take the ball right down here in front of Jerry Sloan. They'll go the length of the court. Now Will Perdue is out and Flip Livingston is in the game.
Karl Malone, Jeff Malone, Blue Edwards, John Stockton, and Tyrone Corbin, the lineup for the Jazz. Livingston, Grant, up front for Chicago with Pippen, Jordan, and Paxson, the guards. The Jazz have spread the floor. Time winding down to the right-hand corner of your screen. Stockton gets the step into the lane. Throws it away! And threw it away with 3 seconds remaining.
Oh, what a play!
Timeout Chicago. Phil Jackson has 3.7 seconds with which to work, and the game tied at 89. Stockton had the step into the lane, and as they converged, Johnny just threw it to the corner, a bullet feed, and nobody home.
That was their 17th turnover, and they worked the play they like to do. Normally, Karl Malone is down on the blocks, in low. This time, they split everybody to the corner, put Malone on the top of the key. Now, they looked at the clock a little bit, and then Stockton edges over to the middle, drives off of Karl Malone, loses his man. Let's take a look and see what we've got. Here's the graphic we had here. We talked about the Bulls winning on Jordan's last second shot. The Jazz won on Stockton's last second shot. Let's take a look at here. He comes off of Karl Malone. Down the lane, he goes to dish, and Jeff Malone didn't move down the baseline. He stayed wide. Michael directing traffic. Jerry Sloan's reaction to this play? Oh, yeah. The road hog didn't like that one.
I'll tell you what, he didn't show much of a reaction there, John, but inside, in his gut, it was turning. Well, now the Bulls, John, what do you have 3.7 seconds. That is time to set up and get a shot. Not to set up, but to get a decent shot. What are you looking for here?
Last time the Bulls had about this time on the clock, I remember a 5-game series, Game 5 in Cleveland. They took the ball out of bounds, and Michael Jordan hit a shot that knocked them out of the playoffs and elevated the Bulls into the type team I think that they are today. A pressure team, a team that can win on the road. So we'll see what happens. That ball should be in MJ's hands all the way.
3.7 seconds to go. 89 apiece. We are tied.
Here comes
Mark Eaton is back into the ball game for Utah. Paxson, Jordan, Pippen, Grant, and Craig Hodges.
Craig will be in one corner. I doubt if he'll move from the corner. He starts down low. But
Eaton with the wingspan of a 747 on the inbounds, John. He's defending. Pippen wants a 20.
Look at Paxman. Nobody saw him. Walking back. He was in front of Jerry Sloan.
He was absolutely wide open. I mean, no one in the 801 area code near him. 801 area code being Salt Lake City.
They were worried to death about picking up Michael Jordan. They even doubled when he came up close. And again, Mount Eaton spread out all over him. Let's take a look if we can see from this camera point. Now watch John Paxson. He breaks up. Stockton gets a good screen right at the middle by Jordan. He is waving. They called it the timeout. Pax would have had a clear open shot from there. So 20 seconds. The Bulls are Drano now on timeouts.
3.7 seconds remain. Again, we are tied at 89. Bulls basketball at center court.
They're 1-3 in overtime. The Bulls are 2-0 in overtime. Phil Jackson doesn't want to go there. They want to get on a plane and go home.
Pippen, the inbound to Jordan. The turnaround. No! We go to overtime. Overtime in Salt Lake City at the Delta Center. Jerry Sloan says, we'll take it. We're at home. We'll play this overtime period. The Jazz and Bulls at the end of regulation tied up at 89. The numbers by quarter.
Bulls got a little stingy there at the end, didn't they?
Overtime period. Tip knocked out of bounds, and let's see. They're going to go to Utah. I'll tell you what. There is a lot of showmanship in Jake O'Donnell. It takes him a long time before he gets to the end of his gyrations to make the call. And that's on a simple foul, much less a tip out of bounds. Jeff Malone. Tyrone Corbin. The mailman on the block. Good look, Eaton.
Nobody covered up. Will came over. Will did his job. Mark Eaton broke out of the pack and got the pass from Karl Malone.
Bulls trailing by 2 as they have much of the second half.
Well, I don't know if they got tired from the game back-to-back, but this could tire them now going into the OT.
Horace Grant. Remember, the starters yesterday played big minutes in L.A. Paxson. John Paxson with 14, 7 of which came in the first half. Tied up at 91. Almost a minute gone by in the overtime period. Tyrone Corbin, Jeff Malone. He has had a terrible shooting night, nightmarish. Corbin to the mailman. Inside on Horace Grant. Rebound, Michael Jordan. Oh, I tell you, Carl had that thing down 3/4 of the way through the net and came out on it. 3:45 to go in overtime. John Paxson picked up by Stockton. Off the screen by Horace Grant. Scottie Pippen is the open man.
Scottie been quiet for a long time. He laces it in. He had 15. He didn't get a point in the last quarter, but picks one up here, picks 2 up here.
Jeff Malone backing in on Jordan. On the drive.
Yes.
7 for Jeff Malone. Bulls and Jazz tied at 93. Opening 2 minutes of overtime. Pippen shakes loose off the glass, and Scottie has come to life in this extra session. He has 4 of the 6 Chicago points in the overtime. Stockton to pass intended for Malone is denied by Grant. A bullet feed to Karl Malone to the baseline, and Horace with the quick hands.
That's what makes Stockton so great. They came off a dribble. It didn't come off of a look, telegraph it. He just, boom. Horace had that hand out there.
He's an explosive passer, John. He really is. Jeff Malone. One-on-one with Jordan. Jeff Malone goes to work. Horace Grant had the rebound, but it was knocked out of bounds. Apparently last touch by Eaton, I believe.
Ty Corbin might have got a piece of it too. Now what happens here? We hear, and Blue Edwards comes in for Ty Corbin. That's what that was. There, and he's not up. They got 6 guys on the corner. Here we go.
Okay. There's the overtime. Shooting in the overtime period, and
that's offense on Pax. Yeah. Yep. He was crowding him, and Pax didn't use finesse on it. And Michael says, you got to be a little cuter than that. He just put the left arm out. He's trying to get a little room. Now Pax pushes the left arm out. Good play, good movement by Stockton.
Personal foul number 3 on Pax. Jeff Malone, Blue Edwards given plenty of room on the perimeter by Scottie Pippen. Pippen's going to double down on Malone. Now Blue Edwards takes it for 3. Jazz lead by 1. Coming up on 2 minutes left to go. 2 minutes straight up to go in overtime. Michael Jordan.
Oh, that ball was in, came right back out.
Jeff Malone.
Bulls trail by one. Offensive foul on the mailman, bumping with Horace Grant down low.
Karl Malone fighting for position down low. Leaned back, pulled him in, picked up the foul. Timeout by Phil, 1:48 to go.
Time winding down in overtime. Bulls trail by one.
Here's what the critics are saying about the Milagro Beanfield War. An incredible cast, beautifully directed by Robert Redford. Milagro is wonderful, genuinely funny and uplifting. A miracle. 4 stars, a thoroughly entertaining movie. Ruben Blades, Melanie Griffith, Christopher Walken, the magical Milagro Beanfield War. Tuesday night at 7 on Channel 9.
Somehow, people have gotten the idea the new Toyota Paseo is a wildly exciting, sporty coupe. The Paseo is a practical, sensible car. Okay, so it has some muscle. And a low starting price could be a big turn-on. And sure, you're going to be instantly popular. That's no reason to do something impulsive. Think it over. The all-new Paseo. A very practical car. From Toyota.
Mostly shrimp. Only shrimp. The only thing I would like to eat is shrimp. It has matzo soup. That drinky stuff. It's red and has meatballs and I like cooked potatoes. Vitamin A, B, C, D. Iron. Little spicy stuff.
For great family recipes and supermarket values, get the Food Guide only in Thursday's Chicago Tribune.
We forgot about
This copyrighted telecast presented by authority of the Chicago Bulls may not be reproduced, retransmitted in any form without the express written consent of the Bulls. Backdoor Jordan. Michael to Paxson from the outside.
Yes, ring it up, Johnny Pax.
16 for Paxson. Bulls lead it by 1.
That's a season high for Pax. He had 15 in the game at Detroit. The Bulls won there.
Time winding down to the right-hand corner of your screen. Karl Malone double teamed in the trench. Rebound back tap to Jordan. Bulls with a 1-point lead in the ball.
Phil's saying, slow it down, guys. Horace says, what do we got here?
70 seconds remaining. The steal by Blue Edwards. The foul by Scottie Pippen.
Well, he stepped out. Horace held the ball. He wanted to know what they had. What were we going to do? He got the ball. And he just threw a little bit of a lazy pass. Blue Edwards came from the back, anticipated it, took it on down. Now Scottie needs the foot speed to get in front so it's not a flagrant foul. He comes right in. And Blue Edwards, who hit a 3-point field goal here, has a chance to put his team up by 1.
Blue Edwards making good on his first. About a 74% free throw shooter. Blue Edwards has figured very big in this overtime period with a 3-point field goal and 2 crucial free throws, giving Utah a 1-point lead under a minute to go. Jordan sneaks loose. Chicago by 1. Under 50 seconds remaining. Stockton out front, double team momentarily. 10 to go on the shot clock. Stockton trying to manufacture something, and a foul coming up on the Bulls. Oh, wait a minute.
Stockton on the foul. He ran into 3 players, put the arm out. Nobody realized what happened.
I thought the Bulls were getting ready to set up for a free throw. Watch this.
There's 3. He runs into Jordan. He runs into Pax. He pushed Pax off, so the call comes back to haunt him.
3 offensive fouls in this overtime period, John, and they have all been crucial.
MJ trying to shake loose.
Jordan loses in the lane, picked off by Karl Malone. Stockton to Edwards, fouled again by Pippen.
On the side. Well, they said, yes, sir. It's going to be 2 shots and a ball on the side. Scottie Pippen on the foul. He tried to get there on the first play. This time he didn't get there. 2 shots and a ball on the side.
Watch it again. And they're making the intentional call.
Edwards stands out there alone. He's been instrumental here. Yes, sir. The hero of this overtime with 6 points so far. He's got a chance now to give them team a lead and the ball.
With 20.8 seconds remaining, no shot clock.
There it is.
Blue Edwards, 18 points in the game. 7 in the overtime period. 7 of the 11 Utah points in overtime. Jazz inbound. Inside court. 20.8 seconds remaining. They don't have to take a shot. Blue Edwards wants a timeout.
Blue Edwards turned the wrong way. He turned to Phil Jackson and said timeout. Phil walked away, and then he had to turn the other way, and he saw Jake O'Donnell.
Jerry Sloan and company leading by a point. The Bulls in a position, John, I would imagine, of a, well, must foul situation if Utah fails to go to the bucket to stop the clock and get the ball back.
And get your capes on, boys.
Utah basketball. Blue Edwards will inbound. Edwards on the inbound. And the foul called quickly as the Bulls stop the clock with 19.1 seconds to go.
Well, you got to do it quick, but you don't. Malone, you don't want to see there. He has not shot well from the field in this game. He's made one basket in the overtime. One technical foul he made during the game, but this guy is dynamite.
One of the leading free throw shooters in the league, Jeff Malone, gives Utah a 2-point lead. Malone ranking 9th in the NBA in free throw shooting, 88.7 coming in tonight.
They're 28 out of 30.
Made 1 out of 2. Rebound Will Perdue. Timeout Chicago. 18.4 seconds to go. The Utah lead is 2.
They've made 28 out of 31 free throws. They've made everything count. The guy that is the, as I mentioned, the number 6 on the all-time free throw list, splits the free throws.
Their best free throw shooter. It's not over yet.
No, it is not over yet. So another nail biter, as we mentioned, the Bulls have had 2 the last 2 times they've been in this building. The Bulls have won 3 in a row, by the way, from this club. It's always exciting when these 2 teams team up, and of course, a lot of ties with Chicago. Jerry Sloan, Phil Johnson, former coaching people in Chicago. Bobby Hansen, a member of this ball club. Mike Brown, a member of the Bulls. Ty Corbin from DePaul. Got a lot of guys involved. We'll see if they come back. Now, Will Perdue is in. He got the rebound to call the timeout.
One would think, John, that the Bulls will definitely try to put the ball in the hands of number 23, Michael Jordan. What does Utah do? How do they deny that particular strategy?
They may not be able to deny it coming in, but they are definitely going to run at him. We'll see if Ty Corbin is in the game. His job will be to run at him. Now, will Phil come in with Craig Hodges, or will he stay? You'd almost want to see if they come out with the big guy. And they do. Mark Eaton comes out. I'd almost forget my center and put in the little guy, Craig Hodges. If you're going to hold it as long as you want.
There's Mark Eaton.
If the Bulls do miss, though, on the other hand, you've got a chance to tap the rebound back out. But the Bulls have to score. This game is history.
Scottie Pippen inbounds at center court. Bulls trail by 2. Inbounds to Horace Grant. Scottie Pippen. Pippen on the drive. Lost the handle on it. Blue Edwards with a steal is fouled by Pippen.
Scottie going hard for the hoop. Lost the ball. Blue Edwards is going to go to the line. Blue Edwards has been a genuine hero here in this building, where this club 19-2.
Blue Edwards in the overtime. Watch this again. Pippen.
He tapped it away from him. He did the job.
Triggered it loose. Blue Edwards has made 4 in a row from the free throw line. Gives Utah a 3-point lead. He can make it 4. 4 in a row. Make it 5 in a row in the overtime period for Blue Edwards from the free throw line.
Pippen the rebound. Utah's lead is 3. Still 13.8 seconds to go in overtime. The Bulls are hanging by the skin of their chinny chin chin.
Jerry Sloan is saying, don't tell me it's not over yet. The Bulls kind of careless, and again, that was a great play by Blue Edwards to steal that ball. Jordan came way down away from the ball. Horace Grant came in to get the ball, receive the ball, then gave it back to Scotty. Scotty, it looked like was going to drive on down the lane and go for the shot, but Blue Edwards reached in, tapped the ball away, and he's done a great job. Edwards has 9.
Blue Edwards had made
8 out of 9 free throws, right? 19 points.
He had made 8 free throws in a row, John, overall in the game. 5 in a row in the overtime period till that miss just a moment ago, and the Bulls, as a result, still have life. A three-pointer will tie it.
The Bulls held Karl Malone to 6 points in the last quarter and in the overtime, but the other forward has stepped forward to do it.
Blue Edwards, who comes off a 23-point performance at Dallas, averaging 15 points per game in his last 4 games, has 19 points here tonight. So he has really found himself from an offensive standpoint. The MO on him, John, was that he was basically there to play defense. Didn't do a whole lot of scoring, didn't even do a whole lot of rebounding. But he has found himself in the last week or two offensively and has provided a punch for this team where they normally haven't received much of an offensive scoring punch.
Right, he's still their team leader in field goal percentage. He shoots 54% from the field, even though he's gone into a mini slump, but not in this game. So everybody here in this building
Everybody is up and standing. This has been a tremendous ball game. What a treat. Crowd of over 20,000 on hand in the brand new Delta Center, watching their beloved Jazz battle the world champion Bulls.
They're hanging out of those suites up there too. I guess they get the attendance at 19,911 plus the suites, so you don't know how many are. It looks like every suite's got more than 10 people in it. Here comes Craig Hodges. And now in comes Corbin. Who's he going to come in for? He better get in here for their big guy.
Corbin coming on, replacing Mark Eaton.
Right.
Paxson, Pippen, Grant, Jordan, Hodges. The inbounds to Jordan.
They need 3, remember.
Michael penetrating. We got a foul. We're going to get 2 free throws at 10.5 seconds remaining.
No, he wasn't shooting, so what's going to happen here?
Yeah, you're right.
Out on
the
the
Bulls
side.
will get it on the side.
So they take away now the foul. They might want to go after him real quick.
Personal foul. The Bulls resume. 9.6 seconds. Jordan from the outside.
Yes! Yes! It's tie! 6 seconds! Woo!
28 for Jordan.
Oh! Lightning!
I'm telling you, that was a rope. Watch this.
You need 3. He knows it. He drives. He's got the he steps back, and it's a jump shot. Oh, laces it. 6 seconds to go on the clock. We said he was looking for the cape. He found it. Oh, he's taking the air out of this building. Remember, they've got 6 seconds to go here. Pax has 2 3-point field goals. Michael Jordan with 1. Oh, brother.
28 for Jordan now. And we are looking at a second overtime period. I don't think my score sheet can't handle much more of this.
Well, I'll tell you, the Bulls have been a little ragged here. They've not shot the way they would have liked to shoot in this building, only 40%. Woo. It looked like he started to drive, knew that they had to come back out, and as Jeff Malone backed up on his heels, Michael just ranged up and hit the tree. Oh boy.
The foul was on Jeff Malone prior to that inbounds play. It was committed against Michael Jordan, and it gave the Bulls the ball on the side. And Michael Jordan stepped over that three-point line and ducked back out and laced a three-pointer.
One guy you better keep an eye on, I would think, might be Blue Edwards.
Yeah.
You know the ball's going to go to Stockton. Corbin's going to take it inbounds here. Cliff Livingston's going to come in the game here. And Will is Will going to come in? No, Will may guard the guy out of bounds. No, can't do it. Right.
They're going to let him in.
Okay. Will.
Now they're set. Scotty's trying to get Will's attention. Unable to do so.
Whoa, he needs a timeout. Yeah.
Takes a timeout and got it just in time, boy. They almost ran out of time on that inbounds play. 6 seconds remaining, and Jerry Sloan and company again talk it over. I believe both sides are out of timeouts, are they not?
0-0. Well,
Zeros on the timeout scoreboard.
We always said, and they got 3 extra in this overtime.
Yes, they did.
We always said that coaches like to go into the locker room with the timeout remaining. They never like to be standing like this. Now the problem is a little more pressure on the guy taking the ball out of bounds. Ty Corbin took it out of bounds. Phil countered. Now let's take a look at Michael taking a 3. Goes in, past the line, comes back, tongue full extension on the 3. Let it fly, and he does.
You said money.
Money.
I tell you what, that was a money shot.
Well, what I was just mentioning is the pressure now on Ty Corbin. Will Perdue was sent in by Phil Jackson right at the end. Ty Corbin's taking the ball in. Will was jumping all over trying to distract him. He did. They took the timeout. Now, if that same thing happens, to beat the ball, to beat the time being called against him, he throws that ball on in. He's liable to throw it in as a man is moving the wrong way, and a steal could occur right here. But
or to put some air under it and allow for the Bulls to get a steal, perhaps.
Yeah. So, anyway, I know the Bulls are 1-0 in double overtimes on the road. They won the game at Portland.
What a game that was.
There they come again.
Tyrone Corbin on the inbounds.
Let's see if Will comes in for delay of a game. He's got that coming, but will he? Yeah, he does.
Yep.
They wanted to see what would happen, and here it is.
Delay of game is called on the Bulls.
They wanted to take a look at what was happening, and on that play, Stockton came flying around, and Jordan is on Stockton.
Stockton goes the other way, can't get through. Corbin trying to get it inbounds. Throws it to Stockton. Malone, Jeff Malone off the mark. Pippen has the rebound, and we're going to another extra session.
Woo! The Bulls have new life.
They have lived on the edge here tonight, had the Chicago Bulls, and the Utah Jazz have been unable to push them over. We'll go to another overtime, tied at 102. I wonder if the news follows this game, or if the guys in the newsroom figure, wait a minute. Inside, Karl Malone. Will Perdue the rebound. Malone left it short.
Malone has not scored in the overtime. They stayed in on free throws. They were 6 out of 8 from the free throw line in that overtime. The Bulls never got to the line.
Action.
That's where he was when he hit the 3.
Opening minute of play in the second overtime session. Jordan backs in. Scottie Pippen. Oh, good look inside.
Yeah, big Will. Big game for Will.
9 for Perdue. Oh, he has played well in the second half and in the overtime periods. John Stockton sets it up. Advantage Bulls by 2. Stockton for Blue Edwards for 3. Yes!
He was on the line on that one, but Blue comes up with 3.
You're counting it as 3?
Yeah.
Yes, they are.
You say waves 3 in the air, but it looked like right in front of us he had the foot on the line.
Blue Edwards, 22 points. Pippen on the drive, bumped by Edwards, no but a foul, and Scotty will go to the line.
Blue Edwards on the foul, his 5th.
Blue Edwards. Personal foul number 5 for Blue.
Let's take a look at it and see if Blue Edwards was on the line.
All right. Nope. Oh, it looks like a good. Whoa! I don't know.
I don't know.
He towed that foot in. I don't know. Anyway, here goes Scotty to the line. It's the first free throw in the overtime for the Bullies. And now you can tell me these guys are not.
These guys are tired.
Yeah.
Man, I'm telling you something.
Yeah, they're playing on the pride of the world champions here.
They went to a tough 6-point win at LA. Came in here last night, played tonight, double overtime. Pippen 1 out of 2 at the line. He has 20 points. We are tied at 105. 3:41 for the overtime. Actually 3:39 now. Time winding down. 3:35 in the overtime period. Jeff Malone. Jordan got a piece of it. Pippen picks it out of the air. Scotty on the run. Johnny Pax. Paxson giving plenty of room out there. Michael Jordan guarded by Jeff Malone.
Will to be alert now. Be careful though. More set a moving pick here.
Jordan double team. Paxson quickly. Pippen gets the step on the drive. Off the glass, won't go. Rebound Horace Grant over Eaton.
Yes! He had to take it out of Will's hand, but Big Horace with the field goal.
Horace Grant with 18. Bulls leading in this overtime session. Second overtime of the night. Just under 3 minutes to go. Boy, they want to go to Karl Malone. Horace Grant playing tough defense. Now Karl on the block. Double team by Will Perdue. Blue Edwards. Jeff Malone with 1 to go on the shot clock. Got it away just in time on the bailout.
Jeff Malone was 3 for 17, and he laces this one. He's got 2 hoops, 1 in the first overtime, 1 here now.
Under 2.5 to go in the second overtime session. Pippen off a screen by Perdue. Rebound back tap Jordan to Pippen on the drive. Score it.
Michael knocked that ball out to Scotty.
Phil Jackson pacing anxiously on the Bulls sideline.
Jerry Sloan doing the same.
Yes, sir. A lot of pacing going on between these 2 head coaches.
2 minutes remaining.
To Malone. Blue Edwards back to Karl Malone. Karl Malone on the roll was held, I believe, by Horace Grant. Horace picks up his 4th.
Personal foul, number 5.
Make it 5 on Horace.
He held up 33. I don't know why.
Who are they calling the foul on? I thought it was on Horace Grant for sure. Jake gave a strange signal to the. We'll get clarification on that.
I thought it was Scotty on the foul.
They're calling it on Pippen apparently.
Yeah, that's
not on Horace
right.
Grant.
So that's Scotty's 3rd, and the free throw by Karl Malone is the first points he scored in the overtime, either overtime.
Karl Malone to tie the game. Makes good on a pair. 30 points for Malone. Once again, we're tied. Under 2 minutes to go. The second overtime session. Jordan backing in on Jeff Malone. On the turnaround.
Yes!
Michael Jordan with 30.
The Bulls have 4 guys in doubles and rebounding. Scotty with 12, Grant with 12, Michael with 10, and 11 for Will Perdue off the bench.
Here's Stockton. Blue Edwards for 3.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. 3 for 5 from out there for this guy. Last 3 in a row.
Michael Jordan. Inside Grant.
Yes! Horace with a great finish. Michael up in the air. I mean, these guys can't thank their heroes enough. They get it right back. Horace gets the ball underneath, and here comes Edwards on the foul. Horace knocks it in. That should be 6 on Edwards, isn't it?
No, they're calling it on Mark Eaton. His 4th personal foul. I'll tell you something.
I'll tell you, I don't know if they're watching the same game we're watching.
I don't think they are. I don't think they, at least not Jake. Horace missing on the free throw. Bulls lead is 1.
This has been fun, I'll tell you.
Coming up on a minute left to go. Stockton driving baseline. Blue Edwards 3.
He's getting
no
tired.
This time. Yeah, that arm is getting tired. That right arm is getting tired on
He's
it.
gone 7 innings now.
Yes, indeed. And he's actually a 2-inning relief man. Jordan sets it up. Bulls by a point. Michael drops to Will Perdue.
Oh, Big Will!
Exclamation point. Timeout Utah. 44.9 seconds remaining. The Bulls with what at this juncture seems like a huge 3-point advantage.
Will Purdue's slam has given the Bulls a 3-point lead. Stockton goes to work for Utah, beats Karl Malone on the drive, and it won't go. Rebound Jordan. Michael got a piece of that shot on the way in. Yep. Jordan had to foul him. Fouled by Stockton.
He had to foul him. Karl Malone on the way in. Karl Malone has not made a field goal in this overtime.
See if Michael gets a piece of this, John.
He got just a little bit of it.
Maybe.
The ball flips off the ring. That could have gone in. It could have been a foul, but MJ came up over everybody. Now they draw the foul. 30.5 to go.
The Bulls leading by 3.
MJ bangs that one off the rim.
First foul shot he has missed here tonight after 5 made
free throws. Phil Jackson looks as tired as these players.
Yeah, the Bulls 22 out of 29 from the free throw line. Misses them both.
Karl Malone the rebound. A 3-pointer can tie for the Jazz. Stockton leads the league.
Yes! Got it. He's got it. He comes down, fires the 3. Timeout by the Bulls. Oh, what a game!
25 seconds straight up to go, and John Stockton with a tray ties it for the Utah Jazz. Oh, brother. Watch it again. Stockton in rhythm.
That's a long 3.
That's probably, what, almost 26 feet, and look at Phil Jackson on the side.
Well, 25 seconds to go here. It's tied up. Oh, boy.
Well, you have plenty of time left. You've got a 1-second differential on the game clock sitting at 25 and the shot clock at 24. So the Bulls can work it for a good shot on this possession. The Bulls have not gone triple overtime yet this season, Red.
Well, there's a lot of time left. A lot of things have happened. An awful lot of time left there. Now, you would think the Bulls would have to go all the way down on this dude. You'd think they'd have to go all the way down, take it on all the way down, and then with about 8 seconds to go, MJ making his move, and they would be sending guys at him from all over the court.
20 seconds ago, John.
Big plays by big guys.
Take a look at that. Almost 46% from three-point land. John Stockton, number 1 of the league. Just 20 seconds ago, the Bulls had what felt like a large 3-point lead. 1 shot by John Stockton, and it's gone. 2 free throws missed by Michael at the line. 1 shot by Stockton, and suddenly, 25 seconds ago, it's a tie ball game.
Well, now have missed 1, 2, 3, 4 in the overtime. I said they didn't get there. That 5 out of 8 from the free throw line kept the Jazz in the first overtime. The Bulls will take it full length of the court. There'll be no pressure on them down here. They don't want anybody open. Here we go, guys. Get those nails down to the quick.
Michael Jordan sets it up. And the Bulls have spread the court. Eaton's in the middle, not guarding anyone. Jordan winding down the clock. Time left in the right-hand corner. 3 on the shot clock. Michael with a force over Malone, taken out of the air by Karl Malone as overtime expires. And we will go to a 3rd overtime.
There's a second left, I believe. That was a violation of the 24-second clock. There should be 1 on the clock.
I think you're right, and that's what Jake O'Donnell and Jack Nees are at the scorer's desk talking about, I believe.
Wherever you are, Yogi Berra, you were right.
1 second remaining. Watch this.
Jordan gives a fake. It wouldn't buy it at all. Look at that. There it is as he comes down with the rebound.
Actually, from the looks of that, John, maybe 1.2.
Well, by the time they call it, it's got to go off. So 1 second on the clock, and that's plenty of time to get a shot and make a move.
1:15 apiece. We are tied. What do you think, John Stockton, three-quarters court? Now they'll get it at half court if they want it there.
They absolutely will, and you'll see. I'm sure Will coming in here again. I'm running out of a scoring card book here.
Yeah, I don't have any more left as well.
Well, the Bulls won 1 in overtime. They won 1 in 2 overtimes, and now they are in 3 overtimes.
Heading toward a 3rd overtime here at the Delta Center. This is a beautiful state-of-the-art building, John, but somehow I don't think the Bulls wanted to spend this much time here.
No, they wanted to get out of town.
Well, as you mentioned at the end of the 4th period, which seems like a millennium away, the 4th period, you were mentioning these last games in Salt Lake City in '89 came down to 108-107 Jazz. Last year, 84-82 Bulls.
Well, MJ missed 2 free throws, and that is a cause for us to go in here. But after he missed them, the big shot by John Stockton.
This will have to be a catch and shot,
John, right? Yeah, it is. They got Benoit in the game, Blue Edwards. They got quick athletes that can shoot. Cliff Livingston in the game. Scotty, Michael, and Will be back for if anybody gets a lob.
Karl Malone on the inbounds. Jeff Malone lets it go, and it's short. So we will go to a 3rd overtime here at the Delta Center. Jerry Sloan and the Utah Jazz tied up with Bill Jackson and the Chicago Bulls, and it will not end. 1:15 apiece. We are tied and coming back with more. On February 22nd, 1986 against Seattle, and the Bulls won 129-125. Purdue and Eaton again on the tip. Jack Nees resets it. Jordan takes it. Feeds Scottie Pippen on the drive against Stockton. Scoring.
Yeah.
Foul.
They score the goal. Stockton tried to get in front of Scotty on a quick hitting play.
John Stockton.
Big Will getting the tip. Will gets the tip now to Michael Jordan. He sees Scotty breaking. Now Stockton tries to get back.
4th on Stockton.
He didn't give him enough room to get through. So Stockton picks up 4. Scotty with the field goal.
Scotty has missed 3 free throws here in this game. Rebound batted and taken by Eaton. The Bulls a tired crew, tired bunch.
Sir.
And it shows up at the free throw line. Stockton.
22 out of 31 from the line.
Karl Malone. Grant the rebound. 4:37 left to go in the 3rd overtime. I'm never going to say they have a big lead. I don't care what it is.
That's right.
The way this game is gone. No lead is safe. Michael Jordan. Down to 5 to go now on the shot clock. Jordan off the screen by
Horace Grant. You got to get up, Horace. You got to get up. Too late.
Scottie Pippen won't
Too late. They don't talk. Too late. But again, their legs are dragging. Our heroes from Chicago are dragging.
This is really beginning to wear. There's no question about that. You see it in the way they set up the offense. You see it at the free throw line. This has been a tough 24-hour stretch for the Bulls. Jeff Malone to Karl Malone. Backing in on Horace Grant. Blocked by Grant. Oh, they call the foul.
Yep.
I believe that's the 4th on Horace. 3:53 left to be played in the 3rd overtime session. The Bulls leading by 2.
Oh, it looked like Horace had all ball on the play, but he picks up the 4th.
We had a good look at it. I thought he had all ball, but again, Karl Malone out the free throw line. You know, I mentioned a tough 24-hour period. They played the Lakers yesterday in L.A. Malone, by the way, now with 31 points, and they play triple overtime here in Utah today.
It's a good thing that they didn't play last night, huh?
Yeah.
They got a little bit of rest.
Exactly. Second by Malone is good, and he has 32 points. Has tied the game at 117, just under 4 minutes.
Yeah, they both scored 13 in the first overtime, 13 in the second.
John Paxson. Scottie Pippen. Paxson to Michael Jordan. Jordan on the turnaround over Jeff Malone. Mark Eaton the rebound.
Mark Eaton with 11 rebounds.
Utah sets it up. Karl Malone. Stockton with 9 to go on the shot clock. Blue Edwards.
Over the
wild
back.
shot over the backboard. Maybe the shooting is catching up with old Blue.
You might want to take a look at that. There's a tired bench out there. There's tired starters on the court.
49 minutes for Pippen, 58 for Grant.
Yeah, their high this year was 51 minutes.
51 for Jordan.
For MJ, yeah. He's tied that high.
Paxson 41, Purdue 28. A lot of minutes on the floor for the Bulls. Paxson backs in, 3 minutes left to go in the third overtime period. We're tied at 117. Pippen has to kick it back out. Jordan takes it. Paxson with 5 to go on the shot clock. Gets it to Jordan. The bailout shot for 3 is short. Will Purdue keeps it alive. Will Purdue is taken away by Karl Malone. Picked off the floor by Mark Eaton. Jazz a chance to grab the lead. Jeff Malone clears to Blue Edwards. John Stockton out front.
This game is not lack for excitement. He is tired as both of these players are.
Stockton to Blue Edwards for 3. No, Mark Eaton in close. Blocked by Will Purdue.
Will.
He can't believe there's a foul.
Will got hammered on one end. He comes back. He thought he had the block. They were going to give Blue Edwards 3 on that play too. I'll tell you that, they got to be a little bit tired too, I think. A little right toe on the line. The ball comes flying up inside his 13th rebound. Oh, Will was looking all over. There was body contact, but that is expected. Mark Eaton, not a good free throw shooter. There'll be a lot of scrambling on this one too.
But he is 3 for 3 tonight.
Yeah. Look at this guy. Whoa.
Phil Jackson glances up at the scoreboard. Jazz lead by a point.
I'll tell you what, it's amazing anybody can get that ball 15 feet when they're standing there, because now you start to breathe normally. Right now, nobody's breathing normally. They're all running on just
adrenaline.
Emotion and adrenaline, right.
Scottie Pippen gets a screen from Horace Grant. Pippen on the drive, kicks it back to Paxson. 10 to go on the shot clock. Pippen open on the drive, takes it in, puts it up off the glass, and we got a foul coming up on Stockton. Pippen almost hit that no-look shot. Well, wait a minute, not on Stockton. The foul's being called on Eaton.
Mount Eaton picks up the foul.
That's his 5th.
Scotty drives in, fakes it on his man, Blue Edwards. Now spins around. Stockton ran in front of him.
Yeah, I thought Stockton may have gotten him on the way by, John, but they called it on Eaton.
There is no reason that Jake O'Donnell, Jack Neese, and Tommy Wood should not be getting tired either. I'll tell you that.
No question. That's a good point. Jerry Sloan looks up at the clock. Shows 2:03 left to go in overtime number 3. The Jazz on top by 1. And Scottie Pippen toes the line.
Shooting into a bunch of waving arms. The Bulls 22 out of 32 from the free throw line. Scottie makes that 23 out of 33. The Jazz 35 out of 40. The Bulls' downfall in this game has been missed free throws. The game is tied.
Look at the background there, and it's a close background. Those fans are right on top of the basket. Money in the bank as Scottie Pippen puts in on a pair. He now has 26. The Bulls by a point. 2 minutes straight up to go in the overtime session, which the way these teams have been playing is a lifetime, right?
Yeah.
That's a couple of lead changes at least. Blue Edwards inside. Karl Malone in a crowd.
No, travel. Offensive foul. Woo! Karl Malone struggling from the field here in the overtime. He's now 10 of 23 from the field. He's got his 5th turnover. 4th personal foul. The Bulls 145.
In the overtime, he has 4 points, all of which have come from the free throw line. Karl Malone. Jordan goes to work on the drive. It knocked away. Clears it to Horace Grant inside. Rebound Karl Malone. Bulls lead by a point. They let him play on that little sequence inside.
Yeah, they did.
Stockton sets it up.
It's a game for men, isn't it?
Time left in the right-hand corner of your screen. Jeff Malone has to readjust his shot. Rebound Scottie Pippen over the back.
Oh, no, Scotty, that's a tee.
That's a tee.
Yeah, Scotty. That's Scotty's 6th foul. He knew it. He's gone. Scotty fouls out of the ball game. He's got 26 points. So with 1:13, Scotty is gone. The tee, he threw that ball down. Craig Hodges trying to console him. John Stockton will shoot the technical. Stockton 3 out of 4 from the line.
Stockton now with 19 points in the game. That ties the contest. A minute 13 remaining. Karl Malone will inbound in the Utah end.
That's the first foul in the last 2 minutes now for them, for the Bulls. Phil's got to pick a man to get in. He gets a minute to do that.
He's taking his time, too, to give his guys a breather.
Cliff Livingston comes in.
There's Scottie Pippen still upset with that last call. Malone of the inbounds. We're tied at 119. This is Stockton guarded by Paxson. Karl Malone on the fade leaves it short, and Jordan is there for the rebound. The Bulls with the game tied, coming up on a minute left to be played. Jordan off a screen by Will Perdue on the drive, and a foul.
Blue Edwards, I think, hooked him out there, did he?
I believe he did. The foul is on Blue Edwards.
He's gone.
He's out of here.
He's history.
25 points for Blue Edwards.
What a game for
14
Theodore.
in the overtime sessions.
Theodore Blue Edwards. What a game. He's got the foul. Jordan, last time he was to the foul line, he missed two. So Benoit comes in to replace him. So Scotty, the two small forwards, out of the game. Scotty with 26 and 25 for Blue Edwards. MJ drains the first one.
Gives the Bulls a 1-point lead. There's a look at Blue Edwards.
Hot Rod Hundley just hollered to me and said he didn't think that they've ever been in a 3 overtime game, and that's when they were in New Orleans. So that's what Jordan looks into.
Michael hits a pair, has 32 points, and the Bulls lead it by 2. Under a minute to go. Time left in the right-hand corner of your screen. Stockton feeds Karl Malone. Lost the handle on it. Will Perdue gathers it in. Tied up by Karl Malone.
Jump ball. Will didn't get a break this whole game. Phil really upset. Stockton threw that ball down in the lane. Karl Malone tried to pick it up on a dribble, and the ball came up high.
See if we can pick it up real quick.
The ball comes up high, doubles the ball, and Will got it. And
Karl tied him up. I mean, that can't really argue with him. He got a clean tie-up on the play. Karl Malone, Will Perdue on the tip. Tip controlled by the Jazz. Stockton. Utah trailing by 2.
That's Stockton for 3.
Stockton. Here's Karl Malone on the drive.
Big hoop for Karl Malone. Big time hoop.
34 for Karl Malone.
You got to go through that traffic. You got to take a few bumps.
We are tied. 18-17 to go on the shot clock. 15 to go on the shot clock. Jordan finds Paxson. Rebound batted, taken by Benoit. Knocked away by Jordan on the reach in. He committed the foul.
Pax missed a shot out of the corner. Struggled for the ball, and then Benoit picked it up. Benoit, 79% free throw shooter. They're in the penalty. Benoit comes up with the ball. Michael reaches in, slaps the ball away, but commits the foul. So Benoit with a chance, 14-8 to put his team up.
We're tied at 121, 14.8 seconds to go. David Benoit.
88% from the line for these guys in this game. Benoit hits his first free throw.
Still plenty of time for Phil Jackson and company, even if Benoit hits this one. 14.8 seconds.
He does.
Timeout Chicago. Standing ovation here at the Delta Center for the Utah Jazz and the Chicago Bulls. This has been a marvelous game. If you're a basketball fan, this is a piece of heaven. 14.8 seconds remaining, and we're keeping it right here. Don't forget the news follows immediately.
How tough does it get to score in the overtime? The Jazz are 1 for 6. The Bulls are 1 for 5. The Jazz 6 out of 7 from the free throw line. The Bulls 4 out of 5. 61 rebounds in the game for the Bulls. 57 rebounds for the Jazz. What a game we've got here.
The Bulls will head to Phoenix.
A very tired group, win or lose.
Tonight, and tomorrow I wonder how much of a practice Phil Jackson will call for. The Bulls haven't played a quadruple overtime since way back in 1984, March 16th of '84, when they beat Portland 156 to 155. That was in 4 overtime periods. The Bulls trail by 2 with 14.8 seconds to go. Chicago basketball. You get a look at the Utah huddle and this capacity crowd of better than 20,000 on hand in this state-of-the-art facility in Salt Lake City, Utah. The Bulls have played this one, the 3 overtime periods, maybe even the 4th period on sheer guts and adrenaline. This is a tired ball club.
One person left out of this 19,911 crowd.
Would you?
No. Malone comes down, the only guy to pick up. And here goes Greg Hodges with the ball.
Michael Jordan takes it across. 10 to go. No clock. Time left in the game. Jordan lets it go. And ties the game. 4.9 seconds remaining. Jeff Malone. Malone trying to beat the clock. Jordan got a piece of it and a foul.
With 5 seconds on the clock. Whoa, brother. Phil Jackson absolutely berserk. Michael not happy. They drive down the side. MJ hit a basket with 4 points. There's a technical on Jordan, and he's out. And Jordan is thrown out of the game. Now Phil has one technical.
Phil has one. His next technical, Phil will be gone.
Well, there's been a lot of bumping and slashing. We talked about it. Everything done from the free throw line.
So MJ gets thrown out of the game. He's got 34 points in the game, 13 rebounds, 8 assists.
And heading to the free throw line is Jeff Malone, 88.7% free throw shooter. The game tied, half a second remaining.
Malone will shoot 3. That's all the one he needs. That gives him the win with .5. He's got 2 free throws, and he'll shoot 1, and if he misses the second one, it's over. It's history. What a value. What a great game this has been. Oh.
.5 remaining. Take a look at it. Let's see if there was a foul here. Looked like he got the ball.
Yeah, tough one to call. There it is. Bulls take a timeout. So Jeff Malone steps up and makes 3. The man with the cape has been kicked out of the building. 126-123. We promised you another exciting game. Whenever we come to Utah, we get it. Triple overtime.
Only a miracle can keep this piece of basketball heaven alive.
2 of the Bulls' miracle workers are out of the game.
Scottie Pippen and Michael Jordan. Watch it from this angle here. Let's see. He gets the ball first. Well, he got the ball. It's hard to see on that angle. It really is. Let's see it on the other angle here. Initially, he hits the ball there, then he hits him on the knee, John. I wonder if that's...
Well, the amazing thing is they had 3 timeouts left, and after Michael made the shot, they brought it in, rushed it up the court, and went for it, not letting the Bulls get set on defense. And what a finish we've got here. Now the Jazz people on their feet. They're sitting right on top of the 20th win here, 20-2 at home, the 31st win of the year.
.5 remaining, John. As far as the Bulls are concerned, it's got to be what? Just a touch shot, right? I mean, just inbounds, and you can't come down with it. You can't set.
A catch and a shot.
Jerry Sloan and company back on the floor. The Bulls send their quintet back into the game. Paxson, Hodges, Grant, Purdue, Livingston. Livingston will inbound. Mark Eaton defends. The wingspan of a 7'47". The inbounds, Will Purdue.
Stepped out of bounds.
Time expires. The Utah Jazz in triple overtime. And look at Phil Jackson on the bench. The Jazz have defeated the Chicago Bulls 126-123 in triple overtime. What a win for Jerry Sloan and his Utah ball club. What a basketball game, period. Regardless of who you're rooting for. Be back with a final word after this timeout.